And just like that, we're back. And now you can see me. There I am. So Hooked on You, a Dead by Daylight dating simulator. Let's cut that music and let's get right to it. Get myself sufficiently inebriated. It's even by the same developers. That's funny. Oh no. Photosensitivity and epilepsy warning. Okay. Please read the following. Yeah, okay. No thanks. Nobody reads that stuff. Oh my god. That's hilarious. Oh my god. Oh god. Damn, she thick. This is something special. Truly. Something we have found something special here. Okay. Is there anything I need to look at? Hi, Bliss. Oh, I almost certainly need to link this up with my with my Dead by Daylight account. How do I? Maybe with Twitch, probably. Why do you want my birthday? I don't know. Sorry, I don't know what we're gonna do in this game, but I want to make sure my Steam account is linked. I want to make sure my game is linked for this. For whatever shenanigans is about to occur. Ah, my wrist. All right, there. Steam account added. Lovely. All right. So. It's gonna really suck if I get carpal tunnel now. Anyway, let's begin. What shall we call you? Well, there's clearly only one option. Fire in the... Oh, I can't do the whole thing. Good idea, Bliss. I'm not doing Baby Gorilla, but cola works. I enjoy the island vibes. I can't. Cough, cough, cough. You wake up on the beach soaking wet, salt water stinging the inside of your throat, as if you'd nearly drowned, of course. Water falls from your water falls from your mouth as you open it to gasp for air. So clearly I've drowned. You have no memory of how you got here. In fact, you can only remember your own name, but not where you came from or a single fact about your life. Great. What you do know is that, despite the outrageous beauty of this landscape around you, you feel incredibly sick to your stomach. Cough, cough. Wow, really went down the wrong pipe, huh? You in a minute, or can I go on? Oh, great. I'm fighting with the narrator now? Lovely. Because I can give you a minute. We've got plenty of time. Endless time, really. Great. Oh, am I dead? I think I must be dead. An eternity, if you catch my drift. Fuck off. Great. So you're telling me the ocean is talking to me. Whoa. Not now, ocean. Sorry, Cola. Oh, and the narrator. Please, go on. Okay, then. As I was... Cough, cough. As I was saying... You look down at your feet, ankle deep in crystal blue water of a newly arrived wave. As the water recedes back into the ocean, it reveals a grotesque discovery. Ah. A decomposing face stares up at you from beneath the sand. All you can do is vomit. A stream of dark bile, bugs, worms, and other ick. Questions race through your mind. Where are you? How did you get here? Who is behind this incredibly charming and well-spoken voice in your head? Well, thank you. However, answers don't come easily. Your mind is completely blank. What will you do? Oh. Dig up the face, close your eyes, or run. Well, why would I close my eyes? What's the point? There's no point in closing my eyes. What am I going to do with the face? I guess I'll run. Oh, sorry, Bliss. You turn away from the rushed sight and begin to run. But the beach, it's endless. Despite how far you ran, you get nowhere. Exhausted, you stop and look behind you, your footsteps erased by soft blue waves. You turn inland, considering your lack of options. You've got no choice but to walk into the bush. However, the beauty of the beach is not shattered by the darkness of the palmy woods before you. There is nothing inviting about the shadowy forest. Terror freezes you in your steps. Why are you trying to run away? This is paradise. You're here to enjoy yourself, don't you know? Have a little bit of fun. Take charge of your own experience. Thank you, Ocean. Well, that was sure weird. That voice again. Do oceans normally talk? Your memory isn't right, but you're pretty sure you remember learning as a child that oceans do not speak directly to people in spooky terms. Like I said, I think we're dead. Your mind doesn't have a chance to linger any longer on your current situation, as you feel something soft bump into your foot. I bet you it's another head. Oh, no. When you look down, you find a volleyball sitting in the sand there next to you. You stare down, frozen. A voice calls out from behind you. Little help, please? You turn around. I gotta prepare myself for this. You turn around, and when you see what's waiting for you, your jaw hits the ground. Oh, hell yeah. That dude's a bro. 4 gorgeous monsters stand halfway between you and the well-tended volleyball court. Each of them oozes with undead energy, a magical aura reaching out and penetrating you. Of course it is. Via your eyes. This is a sight to behold. Truly. Your heart begins to race. Curiosity, fear, desire. You can't help but stare at these casually dressed, let's call them killers. I don't know, not to be judgmental, but that's the energy they put out there. So many competing feelings rush through your mind at once that you are completely paralyzed. The Trapper. Hello? There are weird days, and then there's this. All you can do is look down at the ball and back up at the monstrous lineup of, well, literal monsters. Sexy-ass monsters, though. What do you do? Well, suppose there's nothing really to do except toss it back. You bend down and grab the ball. It's warm from sitting in the sand on this beautiful day. When you give the ball a toss, it arcs beautifully through the air and lands right in Huntress's hands. Not bad, stranger. I can't. I gotta read this. This is horrible. Huntress's muscles ripple as she grips it in her hand. Fuck. You look her up and down and consider what it might be like to be held tightly in those strong arms. I'm not going to be able to read this. Ugh. Warm, perhaps? Maybe a little sweaty, but that's okay. It's natural. Try hard much? Black. Oh, I see. So, I gotcha. The spirit, he doesn't like me. They're speaking directly to you, but you still can't bring yourself to reply. You're entranced. Of course I am. When you snap out of it... Hey, thanks, Julie. When you snap out of it, you realize that everyone has gone back to the volleyball court. Look, only... Oh, sorry, I meant Wraith. I gotta focus. I was referring to Wraith, but clearly it was Spirit. There are gonna be so many clips that are made from this video, from this stream. Okay. Alone again, you look across the beach at the strange residents who casually bat a volleyball back and forth, happily ignoring your intrusion onto their private beach. Should you be frightened, worried, excited? I did refer to them as killers, not to give too much away. But at the same time, they are looking very appealing in their own way, and nobody so much as lifted a blood-soaked finger in your direction. Don't be scared, Cola. You were made for this. Hey, thanks, Ocean. Well, geez, if the spooky ocean voice says not to be scared, I'm sure it's all gonna work out. With no good reason not to, you decide to head over and see what happens next. That makes sense. It seems like you've derailed the volleyball game just by showing up. I feel that. You know what? I feel that in my core. Fuck, I need to buy a mini fridge just to have beer next to me. Okay. You derailed the game just by showing up, nitwit. Hey, gotcha. Man, thanks. I guess you're also a nitwit. Thanks, man. Look, it's best to just go with what Trapper says when he says it. That's a policy I hold pretty much anyone who seems like they have fresh blood on their hands. Hey, don't worry about it. It's all just a game. Existence, that is. Besides, you seem a lot more interesting than a silly game. Oh, Huntress is into it. What's your deal? What brings you here? You mean they're here to do more than distract from my loyal domination? From my total domination? Yeah, I bet. Deep sigh. That was Wraith. That sigh means he's done with the game too. Either that or he saw a butterfly or something. Look, I don't care what this I don't care why this slack-jawed moron is here. I just want to know, can I kill them or not? You know you can't. At least, not yet. Oh yeah, not yet. Hey, Cola, you might want to, say something. Actually, never mind. There'll be plenty of time for that soon enough. Right now, this group has some questions for you. Of course they do. But be warned. Answer quickly and answer well. This is a timed quiz, and it will be very important later. Fantastic. This is going to be great. You ready? Very important. Or not important in any way whatsoever. Probably that one. I can't remember. How attractive would you say you are? Oh, fuck yeah. I'm extremely attractive. I'd say I'm very attractive. That's what you think very attractive is compared to this? Hell yeah. Trapper flexes that his muscles or toes are so tight you can practically see the blood running through his veins. No, that's someone else's blood. Don't worry about it. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? Flight. Flight for sure. Technically, I suppose I can fly. Honestly. Oh, this is the spirit. It's not all that it's cracked up to be. As far as I go, I'm still not where I want to be. That's deep. What was your best subject in school? Ooh, fuck. Skipping class. Oh yeah. That's a lie. I never skip class. Well, depends what school you're talking about. You could say I majored in skipping class, huh? If I had ever gone to school, I'm sure I would have done great in skipping class. I prefer skipping over walking almost always. That makes sense. What's your favorite animal? I don't even know what that is. So I guess dog. You'd look absolutely adorable in a little puppy mask. Oops. What's your favorite color? 3-day-old corpse. That's a color. Blood red. Sure. I am wearing a red t-shirt today. Red. Some call it the color of love, but love is just another word for pain. Amen, brother. What's your dream job? Not working at all. Honestly? Seriously. Not working at all. If we get to do what we really want, why work at all? It takes a lot of courage to break free from society's expectation to climb the ladder. Yeah, thanks. Cheers to that. Sorry, I don't know if that was actually timed or not, but here we are. Only she could spin laziness into some kind of grand crusade. These damn millennials. Best flavor of ice cream. Like, why horseflesh, man? My favorite flavor is pain. Of course it is. Same. Same here. Mine is vanilla swirled in pain. I think mint chip, the narrator thinks mint chip is the greatest flavor ever conceived myself. But I'm about ice cream, am I right? Hold on a second. This reminds me. Am I right? Always. It's a lesson you should learn before we go too much further. Do what I say if you want to survive. pick mint chip. I am immediately distrustful of this. The ocean. We're teaching lessons now, narrator. You rascal. Kill or be killed is the rule of the island, even for faceless voices. Tell me, what's the best flavor of ice cream? Horse flesh. Fuck it. The best flavor is horse flesh. You got a reading comprehension problem? I just told you mint chip is where it's at. You almost bought yourself a game over there, buddy. That's right. I can end your life whenever I want to. I'm in control. So you don't get to forget it. I think this narrator just sounds like Charles Manson. I'm in control, so you don't get to forget it. If I say you like mint chip, you like mint chip. Now try it again. Tell me, what's the best flavor of ice cream? Mint chip. The best flavor is mint chip. So obedient. I think you're gonna do just fine. Anywho, now that they know so much about you, I'm sure the group... Oh, sorry, I forgot. This is Charles Manson. Anywho, now that they know so much about you, I'm sure the group wants to get started to know them. I'm Trapper. I'm Trapper. I pretty much run things around here. I'm the smartest, richest, strongest person on this whole island. Of course you are. I don't like losers. If you want to know what a loser is, say hello to Wraith. Damn. Hey, I'm Wraith. I'm nothing like everyone else. I like nice people and loathe big dumb idiots. Hey, what's up? I'm Spirit. I don't like most things. That type. I don't really hate most things either. It's not worthy of my time. But the things I do really hate... oh, fuck. But the things I do hate, I really hate. You know? Based on my personal observations, life is nothing but suffering, and society is a carefully calculated lie to keep everyone subservient to those in power. It's better to choose to just not take part. Jeez. It's like she's downright buttered by society. She hates it so much. Oh no, wait. I remember in Spirit's story now. That's almost exactly what happened. Hey, I'm Huntress. Don't let these bummers get you down. There's lots of fun to be had on this island, along with lots of love. Yeah, there is, if you know what I mean. Grow up. Grow up, body. I've explained this 1,000 times. I'm dead, but I'm not a literal ghost. I just create a trail of fog. I'm not made of it. Whatever, fog body. Burn. That's not nice. He's not nice. You love it. Only sometimes. Ew, really? That's disgusting. That's why she likes it. Don't speak for me. I also hate it. Stop speaking entirely, actually. For the first time ever, I agree with Wraith. Let's move on. Otherwise, they'll do this all day. Besides, if I know this crew, and I do, they'll want to show off soon enough. If we're done playing, let's do something else instead. Wow, for once I actually agree with the meathead. I say we go on my yacht. Oh, God. It's the massive boat docked nearby. I'll give everyone a taste of true luxury and power. Wraith rolls his eyes. Don't mind him. He just hates fun and happiness. No, I hate endless, desperate, soul-crushing pursuits of wealth. The way it's flaunted needlessly and the cruelty of... the cruelty it engenders. What about hanging by the pool? I find the water calming, simple, beautiful. Hey, what about our volleyball game? We can exercise and have some fun as a group. Yeah, I bet you want to exercise. Are you all serious? There's a perfectly good lounge to chill out right here. I'm tired. And besides, I hate being in the sun. Where do you want to go? Oh, that's a bar. Look, guys. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go get another beer. And then we're gonna go to the bar with 4 killers. It's gonna be great. Bliss, have you played this? Gotcha. That was the one I was going to pick. All right. It'd be great to go relax for a second at the lounge. Cherry vanilla. Fuck yeah, let's go. I'm a basic bitch. To kick up your feet, look out over the ocean, and relax on your own terms. Who would want anything else? Dry, comfortable, enjoying a cold drink on a hot day. It's the best. You're speaking to me, Spirit. Oh. I mean, what kind of fool, what kind of monster, what kind of mask-wearing psychopath would finally be granted a break from the constant grind and chasing and fighting to get ahead, and then choose to exert themselves in, quite frankly, any way whatsoever? Why am I the only one who gets it? It's time to stop living by their rules. I won't do it any longer. Yeah, we should probably give her a second to calm down. Hold on. And here I thought it was just going to be killers. Apparently there are survivors, too. For just one moment. This is Dwight and Claudette, our activities coordinators. They're also the cooks, waiters, bartenders, janitors, and every other job. They're the only help remaining on the island. Of course they are. This place we call Murderer's Island. Cue dramatic musical flourish. None of the others survived. Sorry, my phone's going off. I'll be right back. Sorry, work calls. All right. None of the others survived. Survived the interview process, I mean. Hence, why we shall hereforth refer to them survivors with a capital S. These two have worked here a long time, so very long. I don't actually know how long it's been. Sorry. Anyway, I should probably let Dwight and Claudette do their mandated jobs. They sure look happy, but they're vibrating with a nervous energy that is starting to give me the creeps. We will now escort the groups to the venue of your choosing. However, in the future, we recommend waiting for us to present you with your other options whenever possible, and don't just run off to various activities unsupervised. We don't have much autonomy around here. The least you can do is allow us to do our job. The most you could do is help us to get off the Dwight! Yes, pardon me. Please, follow us. Hey, narrator. Because it's an anime, Bliss. I'm basically reading you manga right now. Yes, something I can help you with. Those two, Claudette and Dwight. Did they just start to mention about something about wanting to escape? Is escape an option? Should I be trying to escape? Escape? Them? Oh, no. I think you're mistaken. It seems like Dwight was asking for help to get off the island, though. Oh, right. That. Yes, that's true. He was. But he just meant that he wants to get to the other vacation island getaway, a couple miles south of here. It has much fancier accommodations than this island. It's one of those big corporate outfits, quite exclusive, where all the famous celebrities hang out. Very luxurious. Doesn't quite have the charm that this island has, though. Trust me, you wouldn't want to go there. With all that money comes a lot of restrictions. This is where you belong. Now, off you go. It's time for an activity. On this island, your decisions matter. Mostly when I agree with them. Not like on that other island. So, what'll it be? Again, we're going here. I thought I made that perfectly clear. Finally, freedom from the preposterous premise that the four of us would be engaged in some sort of thrilling 2-on-2 volleyball match. Spirit looks at you from from beneath her gigantic sun hat. She takes a conspiratorial tone. I don't know whose idea volleyball was in the first place, but I hate that. I tried to feign a sprained ankle, but everyone already knows that I technically float above all the ground. So nobody believed that I was even putting any pressure on my joints in the first place. Then I tried to annoy everyone by not giving a crap. And when that didn't work, I tried whining. And when that didn't work, I threatened to kill every single person on the island. But it turns out I'm not the first to toss those kinds of threats around here. So, thanks, I guess, for getting it called off. Oh, she's got a sword pointed at me. Great. Are we threatening to end each other again? Now it's Dwight who takes on a conspiratorial tone, his eyes shifting as he slips into a loud whisper. Love is war. Amen. Please, just make it quick. Here's what you'll be saying when we get behind the bar to make the drink of your dreams. Hilarious, right? Right, Dwight? What? They keep going back to this pose. Yeah, Bliss, have you never been on a date before? This is exactly how they go. People threaten to kill each other. You go for drinks. It's great. Yeah, is this not how you stand? Yeah, right. Yeah, right. So, what'll you be having? Oh. Fucking sangria. Let's go. It's too hot outside. Look at it. It must be fucking hot as fuck outside. Something fruity but refreshing. Hold the coconut rum. Sangria maybe. My pleasure. Ah, yes. That sounds nice. We used to make drinks like that back home. Well, not we exactly. I watched someone drink a drink like that once. Ah, right. He goes invisible. They looked happy. Now's your chance to be one with the drink. What do you say? This is some sort of juice for a child. Are there children hiding about? No, it's for adults. The kind who like, tropical fun. Oh, I see. Hunters really seem to perk up at the idea of kids being around. And is bummed to hear there aren't any. But I'm quite glad it's just grown-ups on the island. Personally, little ones should definitely not be exposed to this. Yeah, Bliss. I'm kidding. Not my cup of tea, but okay, sure. We can still use it for a toast, yeah? To new adventures. To new friends. To, Calm down, Roy. Calm down, Roy. Clink. Did you just say clink? No. Since we've fulfilled your request, it's time for you to return the favor. I should have known there was a catch. Icebreaker time. I swear, had I known they pulled this kind of faux enthusiastic community building crap, I'd have suggested we attempt to walk to the lowest point of the ocean before I ever set foot near this bar. You don't think it could be kind of fun? A little fun? Never mind. I hate it. This sucks. But it could be fine, or whatever you say. Has anyone seen my hat? I've literally never seen him in a hat. If we must make small talk, I'm at least picking a topic before we end up being forced to do some lame improv game that nerds learn at their non-sports after-school activities that I definitely never did because I'm no nerd. Listen. Listen, everyone. Listen. Gather around, children. Let's tell a story. I definitely did exactly what she's describing. The amount of my high school used to put we used to put on 2 plays a year. We did a musical in the fall and a play in the spring. And I did both of them for 4 years. I've done community musical theater since I was 11 years old. And I recently had to give it up for my current job. But what she is describing is something that I have absolutely taken part in. Anyway, let's continue. Kyle is a theater kid, confirmed. Oh, God, it's Wednesday. Methinks a certain someone doth protest too much. That's a fucking Romeo and Juliet reference. Sitting here on this beautiful sunny afternoon, warm sand beneath, cool fog beneath my severed feet. The topic I choose is books. Get out of here, Julie. It is Wednesday, my dudes. Novels, comics, fiction or non. Reading is the only real escape from the inescapable horror of life. The escape of your own mind. Again, she's holding a sword at me. A groan rolls through the crowd. Not a lot of readers here, I'd imagine, based on that response. They were much more enthusiastic about drinking. Consider the situation we're in. It seems appropriate. It seems an appropriate time to ask you, Cola, what's your desert island book? The one book you bring with you if you were, well, on an island like this. Oh, and it has to be a classic horror for reasons that should be obvious. She means because this is an island of horror villains. And also, those books are all in public domain. Fair. Nothing too modern. Humanity has gotten really soft in these past 100 years. So what's your favorite? Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, Dracula, or Frankenstein. Or no thanks to books. No, I like to read. Probably Jekyll and Hyde, honestly. You know, I really enjoyed the story of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I've never read it, but, you know, I definitely... She's talking about manga. Truly cultured. No, Roy, this is we're living a manga right now, so that's what it is. Because we're just playing a manga together. I've always felt like I had this other person living inside me. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde sounds like a fun one. I love a good story about friendship, but I can't read. Amen. Not because I'm dumb. I never actually learned to read because I was too busy learning to survive with nothing more than my own strength and cunning. Same reason I didn't have a best friend that wasn't more than just a rock with a face I'd drawn on it in dried blood. Until we meet again, Roxanne. These guys are, the guys who wrote this game are funny. Yeah, I bet you are, Bliss. Huntress looks out toward the horizon, and there's a moment of silence among the group. Will you tell it to me sometime? I might not be able to read books by myself, but I love being read to, especially when someone does all the voices. It's not really a story about friendship exactly. Hi, Sean. Welcome to It's not really a story about friendship exactly, but who cares? Of course I'll tell it to you. It's quite a thrilling tale. Not just anybody can pull off quality narration at all the time. Take it from me. You don't even need to read. You can just make it all up, and it'd still be fun. Sometimes, when I find myself in an abandoned house, I like to look at the photos on the wall and come up with little stories to go with the pictures. It's a fun game we could play together. Abandoned house? Why are they abandoned? Huntress giggles and gives you playful little wink. I don't know. Wait, oh god, I gotta read this. How's it going, Diolo? Oh god, what's going on here? Welcome to How Did We Get Here, also known as What the Fuck Is This? You're welcome for showing this to Julie, lol. Yes, you have Sean. Hey, Sean, thanks, man. Guys, don't... I'm looking disrespectfully. I'm down. Vice! Oh, it's Vice! Hey, Vice, how's it going? And there's Matt. How's it going? Oh, Matt, welcome. Welcome. You're about to have so much fun. All right. I don't know. Usually when I find the folks who abandon them, they're not in the mood to tell me much. Ah, yes, of course. Enough about old stories that belong to someone else. I think it's time to make us some new stories of our own. Yeah. Sure. Before you know what's going on, Huntress is waving an empty vodka bottle in the air. A devilish twinkle in her half-mast covered eye. Oh, God. Might I suggest something a little naughty? Let's all get in a circle and spin this bad boy. What? Where did this guy come from? Great idea. Trickster? Isn't it a bit late to introduce a new character? I thought I was the one who gets to make the rules, so I'm not sure who I'm asking. But I wasn't ready for this. Well, hello. And who is this new fan in the waiting? Beat it, hack. Oh, my throat's starting to hurt from the narrator voice. I don't know. What's the harm in inviting one more person to join the circle for a game? Oh, I can't stay. I was just saying it's a great idea. While also teasing the secret trickster Andy. Of course there's a trickster. I've got much, much better things to do than hang out here. I'm famous. Toodaloo. Oh, sorry, my throat. Of course you're looking, Bliss. The rules are simple. First you spin, then you swap spit. That's it. Let's be clear. This ain't a peep show. We're here to have a good time, but in a classy way. All makeouts will happen out of view of the public eye. Real romantic-like. Yes, romance is the goal. So we'll all be waiting here in complete silence, trying to listen in and use our imaginations while you make out on the other side of the bar. But not watching. Like adults. Romantic, well-adjusted adults. Well-adjusted, romantic adults. Right, Bliss? Cola, you're up. You grip the bottle in your hand and put your fate in the hands of the empty bottle gods. I just happen to have this here. My faith in the empty bottle gods. Minigame consists of Minigames consist of 2 pots. On top, a pointer which rotates in a clockwise direction. And on the bottom, a target you're going to be pointing at. This here upcoming minigame is a special minigame, perfect for less coordinated because there's no winning or losing. Well, not technically. Whenever the pointer stops, that's your result. I suppose if it doesn't stop where you want it to, that's a bit like losing. But no one has to know if you don't tell them. Okay, ready to play? Okay, ready to play? Or would you like me to repeat that? Sure, let's go. Oh. Of course you would. When does he get his face camped? If you know what. Extra. All right. Oh, away we go. Spin the bottle and see who you're going to smooch. This was a horrible idea to make the narrator Charles Manson. Oh, fuck. Wow, really? You got spirit. You two are meant to be. Psych. Oh, fuck. You have to actually spin multiple times to get your real result. First to get 3 times is your true match. That's how we play hardcore spin the bottle here on the island. Now get your spin on. I gotta make sure I'm on the button. Sorry. You got spirit again. Wait, really? You got huntress. Ugh. You got huntress. I gotta open a new beer. I gotta go to work tomorrow. Ugh. Julie, I think I might fix my sleeping my sleep schedule tonight. All right. Cheers. You got Trapper. Oh. You got Wraith. Oh my God. You got Spirit. Spirit is your true match. Ugh. Fuck, that sucked. I'm listening, Bliss. No, it's okay. I don't have to. Fatal Attraction. All right. Thanks, Bliss. All right, moving on. Ooh. Just this morning, you were walking up on a strange beats, surrounded by strangers, with murderous intent. Now you're looking across a beach towel at Spirit. Lust in her eyes, sweat glistening on her skin. Your heart races. You can feel your pulse pounding in your eyes. Spirit takes you by the hand, and you sit face to face at a private section of the bar. Don't worry, all my streams are 18 plus. She begins to reach for you, putting her hands on your shoulders. You're sweating, but not in the sexy way she is. You're sweating in the gross way you'd sweat at the interview for a job you're not even remotely qualified for. You don't know what to do. If you try and lock lips in this state, you might gross her out. So completely that she'll never be able to look at you romantically again. Spirit, we. I have some bad news for you. I have something in my teeth, don't I? I think I might be. I think it might be seaweed. I have no idea how long I was in that ocean. No, well, maybe, but that's not what I was going to say. It's not happening. Not now. Maybe not ever. Damn, burn. If they think I'm gonna make out with some stranger just because a bottle told me to, they've got another thing coming, and so do you. Namely, a katana into your heart. If you even try to make a move under such absurd circumstances. I wasn't gonna... Yeah, I know. You seem pretty harmless. And not at all that bad to kiss. If I were interested, which I'm not at the moment at this moment in time. Are we going to tell them we kissed? We are. I'm not above lying to get what I want. So that thing about me not being that bad to kiss was a lie to get me to play along? If you want to know the truth, figure it out for yourself. But don't expect this life to just hand you gifts like me. All I was ever handed was pain and suffering. Oh, that's sad. Treat me well, and I'll return the favor. Otherwise, try a different route and see what happens. I hate to break up such a passionate moment that we only assume was passionate because we never spy on you constantly while you stay on the island. But dinner is being served right away, and we must insist that you join us. I bet you Trapper wouldn't give it up to Matt. I bet you Trapper would fucking go for it. We wouldn't want anyone dying of starvation when there are so many more interesting things to die from. Seems like the next it never stops. Seems like the next activity is mealtime? How quaint. You were expecting what? Capture the flag? Do you know how complicated it is to run a game like that? Much more so than sitting and talking. Yeah, because you actually have to develop a game and not just a text adventure. You arrive at the cookout area to find an assortment of picnic tables scattered around. What were you expecting? Some kind of grand hall with a huge banquet table? This ain't some prestigious fantasy epic like you'd find on cable. Amen. I know. I didn't expect anything from this. Dwight and Claudette usher you to your seat, but there's very limited seating directly around you. And, oh, great, terrific, it seems everyone wants to sit next to you. Even better is that they don't want to sit next to certain other people either. To start, no one wants to sit next to Trapper. Meanwhile, he refuses to sit next to Wraith or Trickster. Ah, he's here. We can't forget about him. Oh yeah, Trickster is here. Surprised? Yeah. Well, they don't call him expected, sir. I'm sorry. Even I get nervous around crowds of killers, and my whole shtick gets a little flustered. Hey there, you're looking good, Cola. Real good. And we literally can't let Huntress and Trapper sit together. No, seriously, their arms are too big. They can't fit at a table if they sit side by side. Look at this. We can't even fit everyone on screen at the same time. You're right, you can't. You probably think it was an error, but it's not. It was completely intentional. Let that be a lesson to you. Every error you think you see is a choice. Got that? Our game isn't a text adventure. Everything is planned. Okay, Dwight and Claudette are directing traffic. You sit on one side. The rest of them will sit opposite you. Huntress and Trapper can sit at the ends with their enormous sexy arms. Now that everyone is seated, we can begin dinner. Tonight's meal was prepared slowly and carefully with both love and hate for 12 hours over a spit. We hope you all enjoy. We really, really hope you do. Hey, you didn't actually tell us what you're serving. What are we eating? It's meat. Seasoned with a specific number of special herbs and spices that we simply can't divulge. My favorite. Meat's good. Meat is murder. Which, you know, considering what you've been up to, who are you to get judgy now? I'm just sharing facts. And you need to murder something to eat its meat. So that's, like, technically true. Technically true is the best kind of true. Okay, enough yapping. Let's eat. Hey, Cola. Hey, Cola. You thinking what I'm thinking? It's gonna be a person on that spit, right? Or several parts of overlapping people, perhaps. I haven't seen many pigs wearing palm tree button-down shirts, you know. When you look closely at that spit, You spot what definitely appears to be scraps of fabric sandwiched between some layers of meat. I think I might be sick. Is there anything else to eat? This took 12 hours. And we do literally everything on the island. Actually, there's one thing you're not doing today. You're not carving up this delectable meat. Wow, he's right for a change. Because I am with my broad axe. It's a perfect tool for especially chopping anything in twain. First, who says twain? Sometimes, I swear, it's like we're all from completely different historical eras. Secondly, I'll handle this with my cleaver. Fast, powerful, and clean. At least it's clean when the meat is cooked. No blood. You two and your ridiculous bicep swinging contests. Enough. Grow up. Obviously, my gorgeous katana is the only option. Obs. Oh my god. What is... okay. I gotta take a second and read chat. 18 plus DLC and Trickster. Compete with Paddle. Complete with Paddle. He's back. Bliss, put it back in your pants. Daddy, I'm sorry. I whipped it out itself. It whipped it out itself. The devs coping with the rapid development of the game. Spit in my mouth. No, thank you, Bliss. Please don't clip that. I'm gonna delete it if you do. Okay. The hell it is. Oh, I'll show you both my katana and send you to actual hell if you like. Please stop. Please. I hate it when we fight or talk or even when we look at each other in the eye. I can't do it. I have the skull of Azarov. Great. Instead of slicing it up, you can club it to a second death. Hey, Coda. I know this isn't what you want to eat, but hurry up and volunteer to carve up Felix. I mean, dinner. Otherwise, this will go on for hours. No hyperbole. They once argued over who had the most effective weapons for 72 hours straight. And it doesn't matter which one does it. When they're done, it will take even longer cleaning up their weapon. All while explaining the value of maintaining your tools. Roy, get some help. Despite being a bunch of cold-blooded killers, for some reason they're always terrified of tetanus. Hey, you know what? That's fine. Why don't you just let me carve up dinner? Splendid idea. We'd hate for it to get cold. He hated when it got cold. Here's a machete, freshly sharpened. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm sorry. I need to go to the washroom. I drank so much beer. Um. Roy, I don't know if I can allow that. Yeah, fine. Now you need to do skill checks. Hot, lonely mommies next door. Yo, chat. Mini games consist of 2 pots. On top, a pointer. Okay, they're gonna. Are you just gonna tell me how this works again? I have to do skill checks, right? Okay, great. Great. Okay. To achieve a perfect success, land on the start of the target area, not the end. Okay, ready to play, or would you like me to repeat that? I'm ready. Ready. Away we go. Slice. Wait. Oh, shit. You missed. You missed completely. It gets faster. That was pretty good. I'd like to see what you can do with a less clumsy weapon. Like I said, machetes are dumb. Dinner is finally served. For real. The sounds, especially coming from the masked killers while they eat, which involves lifting the mask and shoving food up behind them, are nasty. You're right, I am. You're right. I mean, when you're right, Sean. Spirit, meanwhile, doesn't even eat. She's the only one who seems to really... Oh, sorry. Spirit, meanwhile, doesn't even eat. She's the only one who seems to really embrace being dead. They're all dead, right? This is obviously hell. I mean... Come on, we're still trying to be mysterious here. You think mystery comes easy? Claudette and Dwight aren't the only ones who've been working their asses off to make this night perfect. Well, at least they're lifting their masks. This is only 99% as disgusting as it could be if they just tried to mash stuff through there. Spirit, why aren't you hungry? The 2 best things about being dead is not having to eat. That's only one thing. Think about it, Cola. Number 2. Is no number 2. One less thing to think about in the afterlife. Even if I wanted to eat, I have no idea what would actually follow. You might have noticed, but I'm mostly just a bunch of dismembered body parts floating in a spectral form. Do you see how deep this cut is on my abdomen? I don't think my digestive tract connects anymore. Between the food and the behavior of the group, this might be the worst meal in history. But even worse is they're staring at you. You're not eating. They don't like that. I think they want an explanation why. What do you want to tell them? You know what? Hey, honestly, I'm sorry, man. Actually, it's not the food or the company. I'm just super self-conscious how I look when I eat. I was just pretending to be grossed out by dinner, so I'd have an excuse not to chew in front of everyone. Sorry if I made things awkward. I'm actually extremely hungry. Yeah, watching people eat is gross, but try to relax and not worry what everyone thinks. It's so important to always remember people are watching you, judging you, definitely not ignoring you. Right, guys? Is anyone listening to me? Typically a group that includes one, if not more, cannibals staring at you with meat juice dripping from their chins would be quite scary. However, right now you're barely able to keep your head up, let alone get scared and run away. I'm a narrator, not a physician, so please don't take this as medical advice, but I'm pretty sure you need to eat to stay alive. Oh hey, it's me again. Your friend, mentor, and guide, narrator to the narrator, the ocean. Not sure how I feel about that characterization, but I'll allow it. I brought you here, and I might be the only one who can help you now. There's only one thing you must do to survive. You have to figure out why you're really here. No one can tell you, not unless you follow the right path, or at least a path. There's too many of those to count. Hopefully you pick at least one of them, because there are even more wrong paths. Many of them lead to your demise. Others will lead to something worse. Starting scenes over and having to fast forward back to where you were, am I right? For this place holds many secrets, even from itself. But the one that truly matters can only be learned if you answer the most important question. Why are you here? Why are you here? Answer that, and you'll learn the truth. The ultimate truth. Vague, mysterious. I gotta give it up to this ocean character. That's some quality early game storytelling. Ugh. Starting to hurt my throat. You wake up to find Spirit holding your limp body, gingerly pouring cold water into your mouth. Don't you just love the ocean at night? I do. Staring over the vast darkness of the ocean really validates my feelings inside me that we're all truly insignificant and the only thing worth pursuing is revenge. I have to wonder, how could anyone believe anything else? You look out into the darkness of night and ponder her question. Well, it's a simple question. How could they? How could anyone not feel small and alone in the face of such massive nothingness? I feel like it's far too early to be pandering to Spirit. But that's the right answer. All right. I used to feel that way. Small, unimportant, alone. But lately, I'm not so sure. I've started to feel different. I've started to actually think that maybe this island is where I meet someone special. You look at Spirit, who has turned from the ocean to look at you while you speak on the topic she's clearly so passionate about. A friend, perhaps something more. I don't know what this island has planned for me. Ha! A friend? Friends are just cowards who seek comfort in numbers. I had friends once, back before I was chopped into a bunch of pieces by my father. Friends aren't what's keeping me held together. I'm a floating cloud of rage. I was so dumb. So busy trying to please everyone and be the perfect student, the perfect employee, the perfect daughter. I didn't take care of myself, and now I'm all I've got. Worst of all, I got distracted from my true purpose, my destiny. The purpose that that was sitting inside me my whole life. Okay, so this might sound a bit silly, but Spirit looks around to see if there's anyone else on the beach. When she's convinced that it's only you two, she continues. There's a dragon that lives inside me. I've always known, but I've tried to ignore it. When I continue to ignore it, I tried to push it down. I'm so stupid. You're not stupid. That sounds badass. Right? But I didn't let it out. And then, chop chop. And now that dragon is pretty much a one-track revenge beast. But enough about me. What's inside you, stranger? Nothing but darkness. I'd kill to have a dragon. Maybe not the best choice of words. I mean, a dragon sounds awesome, honestly. Sounds awesome. Honestly, though, I don't feel like I got anything inside me except just darkness. Never-ending darkness. And here I thought Spirit was the biggest goth on the island until you arrived. Perhaps I could light a torch and search through that darkness. Oh, God. Chill out, girl. Just as things are really heating up, you hear a flurry of footsteps behind you, and you quickly spin around, ready to fend off whatever new danger has popped up on this strange island. Only to find that it's Dwight and Claudette sprinting across the beach, clipboards in hand, which they're waving in the air above their heads. It's very important that we stick to the itinerary and attend each event as scheduled. Playing sick for cute flirt points was not part of this evening's activities. That's strictly sorted in for the after campfire story time. At this rate, we'll be late. Playing sick? No, no time for excuses. Well, there it is. But that's scheduled for... well, there is. But that's scheduled for what after comes after the flirting. Go, go, go! Wait, wasn't it just morning? Oh. Once everyone has gathered at the fire pit, Dwight and Claudette quickly make an announcement. We're not going to blame anyone in particular, but someone, and we're not going to say who, so don't worry, you, hasn't been sticking to the schedule. That means that we're behind on time for evening activities, and we'll only have time for one person to share their special spooky nighttime story. Just one story, but story time is my favorite activity. This is this is a narrative-heavy experience. You're telling us that only one person gets to share. How will we decide who? Oh, great. We have to decide as a group. That never goes well. Whoever did this, step up now. I swear I won't be angry. I'll merely chop your head clean off. No fuss, no muss. Voice trembling, you realize this is probably it for you, but you embrace your fate. Sorry, everyone. I think they're talking about me, to be honest. I still don't understand how this whole schedule thing works. I guess I lost track of time while I was passed out. Been there before. Even though it's taking some pressure off me, which is an absolute dream come true. Is it really fair to pick on the newbie? Seriously, has anything here ever happened on schedule, even once? Damn it, Donald. If you try and flex that authority gimmick one more time, so help me, I'll snap your head. What, you need Wraith to be British? I'll snap your head off so quick, and then I'll drown you in his blood, Cynthia. Oh, he's talking about Dwight and Claudette. Gotcha. Okay, I'll try and do British for Wraith. We'll see how it goes. Fuss and Muss are back on. You two know I love to hack, slash, and slice. We all know you love to kill. It's almost all you talk about. Alright. Calm down on the voices. Nobody named any names. Who even knows any names? Not us. I renounced my name. Who's Donald? Who's Dwight? Who even knows? Call me nobody. But we still gotta get started on story time. So, Cola, who do you think should go? Ah, damn it, that's a name. Please, pick somebody quickly so that this tropical vacation doesn't turn into a bloodbath. I want to hear what stories Wraith's got. Wraith. Whoa. This entire experience is being carefully crafted to avoid IP infringement lawsuit. Let's be careful with that catchphrase, will ya? I'm not ready for scary stories. Life is scary enough as it is. You literally carry a skull around and a spine as your little prop. As the other killers laugh, Wraith holds up his skull and gazes into its hollow, dark eye sockets. If you're looking for something Shakespearean in this story, look elsewhere. This is a tale of madness, of staring at the soul of death and never returning. Once upon a time, a young man worked in a junkyard. The man was quiet, kept to himself, just wanted to avoid trouble. While the boss dealt with clients, the young man operated a crusher, turning old cars into cubes of twisted metal. One day, right before crushing a car, he noticed something. Blood. Drip, drip, dripping. From the trunk. He opened it and found a frightened stranger, bound and gagged. The young man reeled. Was he about to accidentally murder this stranger? How could this have happened? He freed the stranger, who ran off, into the waiting arms of the boss, the owner of the junkyard. Before his shaken employee... Fuck you, Roy. Before his shaken employee could tell him about the mistake they nearly made, the boss took out a knife and swiftly slit the stranger's throat. The young man fell to his knees, unable to comprehend what was happening. As he stared at the ground, too shocked to cry, the boss approached him. "Well, what did you do?" he asked the boss. "I did your job for you." "What do you mean? That's not my job. My job was to crush cars." The boss let out a miserable scoff, his face confronting the evil disdain for the pathetic wretch in front of him. "Why do you think we're crushing these cars? To save space? Who do you think my clients are?" I don't know," mumbled the young man. "Yes, you do," screamed the boss. "Deep down, you've always known what's been happening here. You just didn't want to admit it to yourself. Your hands aren't clean. My clients give me money, and I take care of their problems, eliminate their witnesses, tie up their loose ends. Or actually, you do." "No," the young man whimpered, as the boss towered over him. "Yes, you're nothing more than an executioner, and you've reaped hundreds of souls." The young man's body was soft spasms as he shook with soft spasms as he tried to stop crying. It was when the boss started laughing that it happened. Something in the young man changed. He stood up, now taller than the boss. A faint glimmer of fear overtook the snarl of the older man's face. The young man's face went empty as he grabbed the boss's throat and dragged him to the car in the crusher. Empty as he picked up the boss and stuffed him inside. Empty as he slammed the trunk down on him, its stupid fat head sticking out, begging for mercy. Empty as he started the machine, staring at the boss and its sniveling, crying wet face. Empty as he grabbed the boss's head, dug his fingers in, farther, piercing the skin. Empty as he squeezed and pulled, empty as he heard bones popping and snapping. But when the boss's head, still attached to its spine, pulled cleanly out of the disgusting sack of body, he smiled.
Wraith stares back into the eye sockets of his skull.
It doesn't matter how good you are, how innocent, how kind, how full of love you once were. When you look into the eyes of evil, you will surely go mad.
An awkward silence fell upon the room, until...
Offer elusive praise. When you look into the eyes of evil, you will surely go mad. My God, that is brilliant. I'm glad you didn't give us any Shakespeare, because that story made Shakespeare look like a slack-jawed, mouth-breathing idiot. Thank you. I'm just too overcome.
As you sit down, the other killers look at each other, unsure if you're joking.
Thanks.
Wraith, on the other hand, is absolutely sure you're joking. You may have gone a little overboard. On that note, everyone decides it's time to take a break and split up for a little bit so they can all have a moment alone before bed. Everyone leaves, and you're alone by the fire. The only thing you hear is the ocean slowly lapping against the shore. This is nice. A true moment of peace and tranquility that lasts for all the 7 seconds before Trickster shows up and he's blaring his latest song.
All right. What's Trickster sound like? Oh no, I'm not doing a Korean accent. Hey baby, you look lonely. Mind if I join you?
He doesn't wait for an answer.
Oh, I know you've been hearing. Oh no, I can't. Nope. I'm trying to do Austin Powers, but I don't think that's gonna work. I know you've been hearing from these guppies all day. No, I can't. That's just more British. That's not. I'm sorry. I'm not doing a voice for Trickster right now. I know you've been hearing from these guppies all day, but I want you to hear something from a big fish like me. I don't think I could do that. I gotta think. Hang on. Let me try and work into it. I know you've been hearing from these guppies all day, but I want you to hear something from a big fish like me. Something special I can't. Something special those in charge of the island don't want you to hear. I am the ultimate catch on the island. The only lobster in an ocean of sardines. No one can give you what I can. You just have to find me. Come find me, baby. I'll get it. We'll get there.
Trickster leaves. You're a bit confused about what to make of his cryptic clues, but you aren't going to get any time to yourself to think about them just yet. Wraith approaches you.
Hi. I'm probably not making a great impression because that's not really my thing. I just know that you got to know me. I just know that if you got to know me, then, I mean, others... Look, the others aren't around. And I really hate the fire pit. I just kind of hate fire in general. Maybe we could go back to the pool. And like, I don't know, whatever, you know.
A dip in the pool with Wraith. You've come a long way in a single day. I'm not saying you shouldn't follow him. An offer like that.
Just don't forget our little talk.
You and your storyteller friends slip into the water. It's just the right temperature for an evening dip. Plus, if some jealous shark comes along and manages to jump from the ocean into the pool, you're also pretty sure your killer companion could handle it.
Hey. Do you remember my story?
You mean the one you just told? Like, a minute ago?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Did you, I mean, like, what did you think of the young man in the story? Do you think he's weird? He's not weird.
Well, I don't think he's weird, but he is bad, and I'm deeply upset with him. He didn't have all the knowledge he needed to begin with, but what's important is what you do with the knowledge once you have it. In the end, he's no better than the monster he killed.
Oh, I see. Well, that makes sense. Did the young man remind you of anyone?
I don't know what the right answer is here. All right. You got...
Be nice to...
I don't know what that is. I don't know. Does he... I don't know. I don't know what it is to be nice to the Wraith. Yes and no? Fine.
Yes and no. I think that's what makes it such a great story. It's unique and surprising, but relatable and familiar. I think we all know someone like the young man. I think we all have a little of him inside us.
Wraith giggles, not in a gross way, like you're thinking, but a very silly one. I assume he's imagining a tiny little version of himself dancing around in his own belly, because that's just who he is. You notice the temperature has dropped significantly.
Is it cold in the water now, or is it just me? Feels like my toes are turning to ice cubes. Ah, spirits arrived.
Oh, wait. Wraith seizes up and squeezes his eyes shut.
Please, I can't be around any cube-like talk. Not since I heard that story from somebody else a long time ago.
The story you told us 2 minutes ago.
Exactly. The one that wasn't about me. Usually we'd be nervous that we were about to make two things awkward when we barge in. But obviously we couldn't hold a candle to whatever was happening here tonight. Either way, it's time for bed. For you, not for us. After you go to sleep, that's when we party. After spending all day cooped up in those tight little safari-themed resort uniforms, you just know these two rage late into the night. But you're not here to party with them. You've got your own repressed relationships to tend to. You head over to the campfire. The heat is comforting on this chilly night. Looking into the crackling embers, you think about Wraith's story about the young man who found out he was part of a sinister plot. What don't you know about the current situation? Is it something that will terrify you? Something that will make you snap? What if you look into the eyes of evil? And what if you like it? Before you can dwell too much on your fate, Claudette and Dwight arrive. Their now familiar creepy smiles stretched from ear to ear.
It's a bit menacing to see a smile like that lit by firelight.
We must apologize for the accommodations. We weren't prepared for another guest, but we're going to make you comfortable or die trying.
They hand over a pillow and blanket and welcome you to snuggle by the fire.
Perhaps some music will put you at ease? Just try to keep the volume to a minimum. Our other guests aren't the type you'll want to rob of their beauty sleep. Sure. Ready. Away we go. As you relax and look into the fire,
the radio begins to fuzz and flicker. You examine it and decide that you might adjust the dial and fix it.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Let's see what's on this station.
Are you telling me I have to identify it by their chase music? Are you telling me I have to identify this music by their terror radius? All right, let's try another one. There's nothing on that. It's very quiet. Here, let me see if I can turn it up a little bit. Sorry, I'll be right back. That's the thing is, like, some of them are, like, this is just music, but what I was listening to before was the terror radius. Like, that's someone's terror radius. God, it's so quiet. I don't know. Can you hear it now? Let's try another one. Who is that? Brawley, I need you. This just in, Bliss is a metalhead. This is no one's? Alright, let's try another one. I don't know which one that is, but
Let's talk about our community. For us, it means two major things. First of all, the community is you out there. It's you and everybody
oh,
else
hi, Zach.
either playing the game or talking about the game or creating content relating to the game or being inspired by the game to
Is this the devs?
write music or to make outfits. It's everybody that's part of what makes Dead by Daylight this amazingly rich and passionate environment. It means groups of people who interact on every single possible social platform.
Hey, this is really cool.
In person. It means people who play together. It's even the people who play by themselves and never talk to anybody.
Oh, this guy's from Montreal.
So it's important
let's
for
try
us
another one.
to be able to break it down and figure out exactly
Let's try
who
this one.
is part of it.
I don't know which one that is, but God, it's so quiet. I don't know if you can even hear that. I have to press my headphones to be able to hear it.
Now join me on a stroll down memory lane.
Oh, okay. No.
Behavior's been making games for about 30 years. Let's talk about our community.
No.
For
No.
us, it means two major things. First of all, the community is you.
I don't think that. I don't. Maybe it's not everyone's terror radiuses. This one. Oh, default menu. Okay. Well, maybe it's their menu music, not their terror radius. It's so quiet, man. I'm going with this one. On instinct. On pure instinct, I'm going with this one. No, I don't want to turn it off. Oh, I can't just leave it running? Which one was this? Was this 90? This was 90. Okay. Turn it off.
No matter how many things you listen to, you still can't sleep. You decide to ask one of the killers to spend a little more time with you until you're sleepier. Who would you like to summon to as you lay by the fire?
Dwight. Listen. If there's one thing I've learned from the ocean, it's that I have to choose. Is that there needs to be someone that I like, there needs to be a through line. Spirit, are you around? I was wondering if I could get a little company. Mid-chip ice cream.
Spirit tells you her secret for falling asleep when she's feeling restless.
I like to listen to flute music, dab on some essential oils, and steam my pores. Really? What? Even the dead like to relax. I don't really have any of those things around.
Spirit reaches out and presents you with a unique item. It's a small comb carved from bamboo.
I guess you could hold on to this. It was a gift from my mother. I will want it back, though. And if you lose it, well, you'll get your revenge on me. If it's the last thing I do.
You finally start to feel sleepy, except maybe it isn't really a sleepy feeling. Maybe you're paralyzed. You try to keep your eyes open, but you can't. Darkness overtakes you. The dark voice from earlier speaks to you again. It shouldn't still be as spooky, but now you've had a whole day of strange voices in your head. But this one is still undeniably odd. The human body is made up of 60% water. Did you know that? Of course you did. Everyone knows that. Even amnesiac video game protagonists. Well, guess what? Drink as much as you'd like. You'll never get to 100%. You hear me? I don't think. Don't think I don't see what you're up to. You awake suddenly to see someone looming over you. Trapper is sitting beside you, sketching a portrait. Aw. Oh, you're awake. I saw you with the spirit right before bedtime. You should know that they're not what they seem. Not like me, who is obviously completely honest and trustworthy. I was out checking to make sure you weren't sleeping near one of my actually... Never mind. Just be careful where you sit. But I'm here. But since I'm here, I'd like to share two things with you. 1, I do not take rejection well. 2, the first thing is very important to remember. Were you drawing me? Trapper doesn't answer. You aren't drawing stink lines radiating out of me, are you? Steal nothing from Trapper. Look, I'm not an easy guy to get along with, but I am an easy guy to spend time with. That will make sense if you choose to spend time with me tomorrow. The rest of this scum live like rats. They wouldn't know a good time if it bit them on the ass. I mean that literally. Point is, if you select me, you're in for a day of luxury, extravagance, and fun. Yes, I said fun. And if I don't pick you, remember what I said earlier, or it might be the last thing you ever forget. But hey, you look tired. Get some rest. Sleep. Maybe even sleep. Well, if you can. Just try not to roll over to about 15 feet to your left. Finally alone for some real time, maybe. You drift off to sleep again. Hopefully you're not poisoned. This whole stream is just an exercise in my voice work. Ooh, that's tasty. Damn it. All right, this is vanilla and hibiscus. I knew I liked this one. Wait a second. Where are we? This isn't... Oh, jeez. It is. It's one of those reality show confessional rooms where all the contestants talk directly to the camera. All right, Bliss. Give me an accent. I'll try.
You know what? You already said Southern, so I think today went really well. These were some of my first interactions with someone who isn't a parent that I didn't end in bloodshed or ultimately perishing in my Russian cottage. So I'm counting today as a win, no matter what happens. What do I think of the newcomer? Do I have to say? Oh, do I? Okay, attractive, mysterious. I really don't know that many other words since I was raised by my mom in the woods until she was skewered by an elk and I had to wash her entrails off my sarafan. That being said, the other three should make sure to be on their guard. I don't think I could do a Polish accent. I'm sorry. Or a Swedish accent, for that matter. Yeah, I don't think I could pinpoint Polish. I don't know who this newcomer will want to spend time with tomorrow, but I, for one, will not let my guard down easily. Who knows about the others? Wraith, I think, knows more than he's letting on about this place. But he's a hard nut to crack. Meanwhile, Spirit is just screaming all the time. Major buzzkill and Trapper. Oof. Where do I begin with Trapper? He's buff, sure, but daddy issues much. Sheesh. Look, I don't need anyone. I've been perfectly fine on my own since my mother died. I eat a fine diet of raw deer, bear, and human, and I'm fit as a fiddle. That being said, something about this newcomer makes me think that I might be missing out on some huge part of this thing called life.
Look, I'm always full of rage. The key is knowing how to control your rage so you can use it. I am a master of self-control, and right now I'm using all the self-control I can muster, because today was a disaster. Let's just say I didn't love it. That was funny. I said laugh, damn it. Anyway, I'm planning to kill this idiot. Don't tell them, though. I want to lead them on a little more. It will make it that much better for me when they're screaming.
Yeah, today was fun. I don't want to get ahead of myself or really invest in something that might hurt me. So I don't know. Maybe we'll just see how it goes. Or maybe they'll realize I'm not the one for them. They seem pretty smart. So that's probably what'll happen. I gotta learn to go easier on myself. Who can love me if I can't love myself? Alright, Bliss. This is the only one I don't have an accent for, so I need an accent for the Spirit. Or at least a voice, not necessarily an accent. Yeehaw! I know that everyone thinks. No, that one's not right. Okay, hold on. Let me try it again on this phrase, and I'll see how it goes. I know that everyone thinks of me as a beautiful, cold-blooded monster. No, that's the same. That's too close to Huntress. Ooh, French. Oh, fuck, French. That's good. Get out of here, Roy. No, French is really good. If I can do it. Let me try. I know that. No, that's still British. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it. Not so quickly. I can't. No, I'm done. I can't do this. This is too much. I know that everyone thinks of me as beautiful, as a beautiful, cold-blooded monster. I can't help it. Circulation just isn't my thing. I don't choose to be cold. This cute hat and robe, okay, those are choices, sure. If someone were to come around and capture my heart, at least that beats being stabbed in it. Besides, if I'm gonna get bloody revenge on society that has used me and thrown me away, maybe it wouldn't hurt to have a little help.
You open your eyes. The sun is shining. There's not a cloud in the sky, and you feel great. Totally well rested. You're not even suspicious of the fact that you fell asleep by the campfire but woke up several yards down the beach. Wait, are you on vacation? Was yesterday but nothing more than a strange dream? No, not a dream. You really are here for another day. Why? I have no idea. You're obviously a weirdo. Speaking of weirdos, I see the rest of the gang is hanging out on the beach. This is definitely not a dream. I wouldn't rule out a nightmare just yet, though. At least they make for a sexy bunch, no? And talk about sexy, here comes Trickster carrying coffee.
Morning, beautiful. I thought you'd like a nice cup of joe to start this incredible day off.
Trickster seems suspiciously cheerful. I'm sure there's nothing nefarious behind his joyful demeanor, though. Everyone knows musicians are morning people.
Fuck's sake. All I want to wish you is good luck. Today is an important one. My only regret is that I won't be a bigger part of it. Budgeting issues. Also, I'm just swamped with engagements, especially on the other island.
Trickster winks at you. If you want to ask him how to reach the other island now is a never mind, he left.
Well, at least he brought me a cup of...
Wait, no, don't drink that.
What the hell was that?
They don't call him Tricksters because he's good on a skateboard. And he definitely didn't get that name because he brings people drinks so they can have a good morning. That was almost certainly not coffee. And I don't want anyone else casually poisoning, imprisoning, and torturing you. Yeah. This is supposed to be a tropical paradise. The type of place you give a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, 2 thumbs up review to not an eternal prison of pain. And please make sure to leave a review. It really helps with the algorithms. Just trust me. I'm looking out for you. Can we please move on? Hey, wait a second. How did a possibly omniscient, possibly unreliable narrator physically just knock that coffee out of your hand? This is not Parliament on the floor. And the floor does not recognize the...
That's a Parliament joke.
This is not Parliament, and the floor does not recognize the ocean to speak out of turns at this moment. I need no recognition, for I am the ocean. I dominate the land. I submerge those who defy me and become their watery grave. Actually, speaking of graves, I would like to say something of grave importance. Fine, go ahead. Even if this place is an eternal prison of pain, and I'm not saying it is, even a place of extreme horror can still receive a 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10 thumbs up review if it was crafted with love and or that's the type of thing you're into. You know, the ocean is right. A lot of hard work went into a place like this. You should really judge it on the artist's intent, and whenever possible, start from the mindset of giving them the benefit of the doubt. Constructing these elaborate simulations, vacations, is not easy to do. Sometimes there are some small bugs or inconsistencies, but that's just the nature of the process. No, see, the ocean is the entity. The narrator is the devs. Perfection is overrated. The universe is filled with mysteries. We ought to celebrate those who venture to bear the souls as part of a creative process, with the ultimate intent of making things for our enjoyment. Not to be overly critical of them. Are you two trying to sell me on this place actually being good? You don't have to say it like that. Especially after I saved you from that poorly made cup of coffee. Sorry, we should have been here 5 minutes ago. They always do this on the second morning. Sad, really. Even if they do make some great points. Oh, sure. They make great points. I agree. Can we please move on? Yes, of course. Apologies, Cola. The last few minutes aside, have you been enjoying your time on the island? Yes, I'm not suspicious. There's no option. Honestly, yes, I'm not at all suspicious that there's no option here. What an encouraging response. And we're so glad you're not suspicious. Hey, Claudette, maybe Cola isn't suspicious because they figured out what they're actually doing here. 0 chance. They're still clicking. Even right now, you'll see how you'll respond. Hey, look at that! Yeah! They don't know anything. It doesn't matter though, Cola. We're so happy to hear you're having fun. I didn't say I was having fun. We're all having fun, Cola. Do you hear us? We're all having fun. We do need to ask you one more question, though. We all had to sign away our rights to say anything negative about this place. Would you please sign this non-disparagement agreement? Julie, I think I figured out why this game has such high reviews. Sure. Yes, I would hereby agree to participate in a verbal contract stating that I, Cola, will never say anything negative about my stay here on the island. Perfect! Delightful! Excellent! Yes! Yes! Hey, Cola. It's still totally cool if you have constructive feedback. The place to leave that is in a positive review, because we all know that nobody reads negative reviews of games. Resorts like this. Nah, Brawley, if you want me to drink, you gotta redeem tokens. I mean, I'm also gonna drink anyway, but... Anyway, I see Dwight and Claudette have gone into a trance. And with the grumbling I hear from your belly, that can only mean one thing.
There you go, Barry. Breakfast.
Perfect timing. Everyone rolls into the dining area to load up those sexy little bellies with pancakes and bacon and so much for maintaining these beach pods. We're all half naked in a tropical paradise. Can we get some strawberries here? A yogurt? Magic powers will only get you so far. Even kiddos watch their sodium intake.
We're so tired.
You take your plate and sit down, thinking about yesterday and the whirlwind of feelings you experienced. Danger, dread, disorientation. It was like going through puberty again, except all in one day on a beautiful and mysterious island. It looks like you're not the only one doing some introspection, though. Trapper stands up to talk about how his day went, in case anyone was wondering. Personally, I wasn't.
I can't imagine you could make me any angrier today than you did yesterday. But I really hope you do. I really, really hope you do. Unrelated. Anyone see where I left my cleaver? Haha, just kidding. I always know where my cleaver is.
Well, that was bizarre. Back to your breakfast. Nope. Now Huntress steps up to talk about her feelings.
At this point, anything could happen. I'm open to all possibilities that this strange island has in store.
How open-minded. Well, that surely must be. No one else would really stand up during breakfast, too. And just like that, here comes Spirit.
Did everyone sleep well? I did. Or should I say, did not. I haven't slept in 20 years on account of the whole burning quest for my familial revenge thing. And last night was no different, so in that case, it was exactly how it should be. Got a lot of reading done, though. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going back to quietly resenting being trapped here with you all, while looking cute doing so.
Guessing Wraith has had enough time to work up the courage to speak to you in front of a group. Perfect. There he is. Take us home, Wraith.
Oh, hey. That was fun yesterday, huh? Yeah, I mean, not like too much fun. That would be weird. But like a good amount of fun.
And now they're all looking at you expectantly. Wait, are you supposed to stand up and explain how yesterday made you feel?
Oh. Good night, Bliss. I think I need to process everything by myself. I'll see you all soon.
Damn, what a power play. Keep him wanting more. You're getting good at this game. Sexy true-to-life experience. Shame you didn't get to eat any breakfast, but so be it. After breakfast, you head to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday was, in short, a lot. Before you get there, though, something catches your attention.
You hear that?
Who are you addressing? Me?
Well, yeah, I guess. That is okay, right? You know, I might be pursuing a relationship with one of these 4 fine killers, but it feels like the person I'm getting to know the most is you, narrator.
It's only okay in so much as it serves to illustrate that you've lost your mind. seeing how I'm not real and all. Yeah, I heard it this time. I think it's coming from behind the pool shed. No. Stick it in there. A little more. Oh, yeah. That's it. Yes. How does that feel? Intense. Nice.
Yeah, that feels right.
This is uncomfortable.
Now I want you to take that and put it right. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Just like that? Exactly like that.
I swear I had no idea those two even do whatever it is they're doing. I'm afraid to look. Please say something so they know you're close by. And can hear everything.
Oh, wow. Look at that super cool bottle of Trickster brand suntan lotion someone left on the chair. Anyone know where I can buy some? Damn it. Oh, come on. A little privacy, please. Dwight is panting and
Claudette has a crazed look in her eyes.
Sorry, I didn't know how else to let you know I was here and that I could hear you. Well, you know. No, what? What do you think we were doing? You were doing... I don't know exactly what you were doing, but it sounded like fun. You think people were trying to find new ways to kill each other on a desperate search to make their own death permanent is fun.
Oops.
We get 5 minutes to ourselves every day, and we spend it hoping we stab each other in just the right spot. We won't get resurrected. I've come to believe that is the key, is finding the exact place we need to bleed out from. And I believe that place is in our appendix. Where else? Why else would it be there?
Makes sense to me.
Did you actually think we were me and him? Dwight? You don't have to laugh that hard. They get it. My life is a nightmare, and yet somehow it's never been worse than right now. Let's go, lover boy. I noted all our entry wounds, and our 5 minutes is up anyway. Good luck, Cola. You're gonna need it. And hey, if you figure out how to escape the island, please make sure your ghost tells us how.
That was both a tragedy and a comedy. A cragmedy. Shut up! I like it. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah. You're heading to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday was, in short, a lot. So far today has been exhausting too. But you're dedicated to achieving a true, centered sense of calm. No drama, no bullshit. Just soaking up the sun in a heated pool. Today, you're on a date with you.
Ooh, I like that. I want to be on a date with me. Who would make the first move?
And aside from that disturbing thought, all is going to plan until a shadow blocks your precious sun. Spiky type, like a palm tree is bending over to screw with you. But it's no tree at all. It's...
Hey, babe. Breakfast was weird, huh? Everyone just getting up and announcing how they're feeling? What's that about? Some force kind of check in with the group. I don't like fishy, kind of lazy. Whatever though, breakfast is done. No one should eat before noon or after 4. Yeah, I do intermittent fasting. You see my abs, by the way? Maybe you can see them later at my private stage on the other island. You know, IP Island, where all the Hollywood celebs hang out. If you play your cards right, I could give you a private show. Catch you around.
His abs are pretty amazing. You gotta give him that. And the blow-up bat, threatening but adorable, makes for an interesting silhouette. Genius design.
He's a psychopath, just like the rest of them. You don't gotta give him anything. And we're not best friends just because we had a little talk about doing a little talking. It's not an open invitation to go smashing the fourth wall every 5 seconds. Okay, now that guy is gone, and we've got some ground rules established that we're definitely going to abide by. It's time to lay back, take some deep, slow breaths, and... Nope, another shadow. These people will not leave you alone. Let's see who it is this time. Oh, it's Spirit. That checks out. You two have gotten pretty cozy.
Sorry, I'll be right back. Hey, Roy, are you still here? Yes, I am losing my sanity bit by bit. All right. Oh, I don't remember what this voice is. We should get out of here. I know a place that brings a bit of welcome darkness to this tropical nightmare. Best of all, I'm the only one that seems to know about it, so we won't be bothered there. I don't even know why I'm telling you, really. It's my private spot. But I guess I've got a feeling that you'll appreciate it in the way that I do. Not like the other killers. They don't get me. But I'll get them. Oh, I'll get them. And I'll get my father, too. And I'll punish him for what he did to my mother and me.
Spirit radiates a menacing aura, waving her sword around in the air as she threatens, well, the entire universe. It's scary and more than a little hot if you get turned on by menacing. Look, all this time on Murderer's Island has got us both a little confused about things. I'm choosing to lean into it. I'd suggest you do the same. You've seen her get mad, which is probably enough to scare you into compliance. But you've also seen that there's a more sensitive side hiding within her. Which one do you think will win out? You consider her offer, but before you can decide if you want to go off with Spirit, the Huntress interjects.
I guess you could go off with Spirit today. She seems pretty cool, actually. I think if we weren't here on the island vying against each other for your attention, we might actually be friends. We might have something, though, you and I. I couldn't let you go off to Goth Lighthouse without speaking up first. Yeah, I know her secret spot. I see everything through the holes of this adorable mask. so my offer stands. We can still hang out today. Plenty of room at my cabin. Wink, wink.
It's pretty cute that Huntress thinks she has to say wink wink out loud. That mask barely even hides her face. Tough choice. You weigh your options quickly because you can only go on one date today. And you also don't want to be hacked into pieces for saying the wrong thing. It's always good to remember that these are cold-blooded killers. But you know what they say, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. And then die a horrible wrenching, writhing death after drinking it because the lemons were poisoned all along. Sorry, these islands really got me tilted. So who will it be?
Oh, man. How do I even... Bro. Game does say to choose a path.
I gotta go with Spirit.
You've made the correct decision. But know this, just because you picked me doesn't mean I'm gonna slobber all over you like a dog. Understand? Well, of course, You've still got a lot to prove to me. I want to believe that our connection is real. But I've been hurt before, literally, with a katana. A katana that I now wield in spectral form, you feel me? Because you will feel me if you try any of that macho trapper crap. Yeah, I feel ya.
Before you ask, Claudette and Dwight, to clarify, I'll just let you know that yes, it is too late to change your answer now. You in Spirit,
Wait, what's this achievement I got? I guess I've got the achievement.
You and Spirit arrive at the coast, overlooking the Black Lighthouse. It's odd and decrepit, but still impressive. There's something magnetic about it. You can see why Spirit would be drawn to such a place. You look Spirit up and down and notice that she's still wearing all black, just like the lighthouse.
Yes, well, lucky for him, I guess I have the achievement for dating Spirit. Fucking Chubby. I'm noticing a bit of a theme. Is black your favorite color? Black isn't really a color at all. It's an absence of color. It's a void. Like me.
Spirit smiles.
Nature adores a vacuum.
You're not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
The lapping waves on the shore.
The lapping waves of the shore on the coast set a romantic tone. The fog that surrounds Spirit everywhere she goes blends perfectly with the mist rolling up the rocky shoreline. She's at one with this place, and so are you. The peace doesn't last long, however, as the lighthouse lets out an eerie howl, like a monster dying. A spiraling black light stretches out across the sky. Spirit has to yell at you just to be heard.
Oh yeah, it does that.
The light and sound recede, and the two of you sit in silence. Spirit lays a towel down and then pats on her gently. Clearly she wants your company, so you oblige. When you do, she takes out some sunscreen and hands it to you. You're not exactly sure what to do. Is this an invitation to get a little hands-on action? What else could it be?
Isn't she a ghost? Thanks. I forgot to bring my own when I lost my memory and fell into the ocean. No problem. I figured as much.
Spirit turns away while you slather lotion all over your body.
You need any help reaching those difficult spots?
You see a hand float around your back.
Sure, why not?
Spirit's hands on your back is ice cold, but she has a soft touch. When she's done, she takes care of herself. You watch as Spirit applies sunscreen to herself in the most unique way by floating her own hand around her back to spread it on.
The fact that your hand just floats around you like that, you can reach things way easier than I can. It's almost like you're some kind of superhero. I'm glad you get a kick out of it, but floating severed limbs isn't exactly the type of superpower you think to wish for as a kid. I'd much rather be able to read minds. Maybe then I understand why some people act the way they do. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, but I'm honestly jealous. Oh. You know what? I got just the cure for jealousy. This should cure you in no time at all. I'll show you exactly what it feels like to be me. She takes out her katana and slices you into pieces. Ah! Man, I fucked that up real quick. All right, let's get back to where we were. All right, so we went wrong here. I'm just gonna say nothing. You look on and wonder, not exactly sure what's appropriate to say at this moment.
While you're staring at Spirit's back, her head turns around and notices you looking at her.
I'm sorry, is something wrong? I was just thinking about what you must have gone through to end up like that. It had to have been horrible. It was worse than death. At least death ends, eventually. But I wouldn't want to forget it. It literally made me who I am right now. Truth is, I could pull all these bits of glass out. I could pull all these bits of glass that are stuck in my flesh out right now, if I wanted to, but I don't want to. Each shard is a reminder of what my father did to me, and what the world did to him. That's why I refuse to play the universe's game. I hate the idea that I'll be forced to succumb to pressure the way he did in the end. The way that fear and anger filled him up and then came bursting out. The way his misery flooded our home and drowned us all. Yeesh. It's hard not to think about revenge. The dragon inside me. It's doing to me what the world did to him, and I have to fight it. Even though it gives me strength, I must maintain control. You're stronger than he ever was. I'm sure of it. I appreciate that, Cola. I suppose a little help isn't a bad thing in life, in love. This world is a lot to endure alone. Maybe I could use a little assistance reaching my delicate toes for a bit of lotion. You know, having your body contorted into those vengeful pores. It really does a number on my joints. It rubs the lotion on its skin. Wait. Okay. 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 Got it. We're doing this. Great. To put lotion on her toes. Ready. Not bad. Oh, God. Damn it. Missed that one. Fire. Well, I suppose that the lotion made it to where it was supposed to be going eventually. And you weren't too incredibly wasteful. I'm not one that believes in rushing through things just to get them done. If there is a next time, I'm sure you'll do even better. You look up at the lighthouse, its ominous dark form hovering above this moment between spirit and yourself. Evil, as it clearly is in this case, does you a solid by blurting out another ominous moan and burst of black light that rescues you from the awkward silence. From seemingly out of nowhere, an ancient-looking ship appears in the water. It glows, itself a thing of death, a spirit of a ship that once sailed these seas centuries ago. A tattered black flag whips in the ocean air above the sea as it careens toward the shore. Before crashing on the rocks, it must be drawn in by the lighthouse. You hear the distant sound of sailors as the old wooden ghost ship breaks up and sinks into the water. Oh, right, it does that sometimes too. Should we, do something? Nah, the sharks will take care of it. Within a minute, the ocean is quiet again except for the waves. Note to self, hungry sharks. But those time-traveling pirates, or whoever they were, you're half sure you saw one of those skull and crossbone flags, aren't the only ones drawn here today. It's Wraith. He has emerged from the palm trees behind you. I didn't come here to break up your date or something. I came here for that. Wraith points to the lighthouse. It is indifferent to his attention. I've been seeing it in my dreams, shining in its strange light on me. I can't avoid it. Through woods and walls, nothing seems to stop it from reaching out to me. Duh, it's a haunted lighthouse. It does that to everyone at some point. You're no more special than me, those dead pirates, or that mermaid I saw washed up on the shore that one time. Ew. Mermaids, by the way, aren't even close to as beautiful in person as they are in movies. More sea witch than underwater princess, if you get my drift. It's all a part of a vast conspiracy, an epic river of... oh, sorry, it's the Wraith. It's all a part of a vast conspiracy, an epic river of lives that runs beneath the island, or something. I'm pretty sure I've figured it out. The basics, anyhow. If you come with me, I can... You can get cut. Spirit waves her katana, nearly trimming a couple buttons off Wraith's tropical top. He takes the hit and backs away a few steps, slowly. For the quiet guy, he never really shuts up. Okay, be that way. You'll see. Alone at last, tension's broken. Deathly moans quiet, and oh, sorry, this is the narrator.
Alone at last, tension broken. Deathly moans quiet, and Wraith banished back to wherever he hangs out. You scooch closer to Spirit, breathing in the damp, foggy air that seems to emanate from her. It's not quite clear how that whole fog thing works, but you don't even care. You're feeling this moment. Spirit seems to be feeling it too. She starts to adjust her robe, and you get a peek at the bathing suit beneath. For someone who seems inept on proving how little she cares about what everyone else thinks, she puts a lot of work into getting into that suit. It's got straps for days.
I hate this.
However, you're so focused on what's happening with Spirit, you don't see the next interruption coming. And Claudette and Dwight burst in on you and interrupt whatever you were doing. It doesn't seem like they were worried they'd bump into much.
We're here to make
A very dramatic announcement.
well, technically we're here to invite you to join us back at the beach.
Where we'll be making a very dramatic announcement.
It's hard being the producers and the hosts. Aren't survivors supposed to work in groups of 4?
When you arrive at the beach, you realize you were set up. Despite promising an announcement, Dwight and Claudette simply stand quietly. This isn't at all what was promised.
Wait a minute. There's no... Well, sorry, it's me. Wait a minute. There's no announcement here.
But there is.
Me. You've got mud in your ears, friend. I told you to... Oh, sorry. You've got mud in your ears, friend. I told you to get lost. Don't you see? Lost is what I am, and so are you. But I know the way out. I've got a map back in my secret lair. Literally and figuratively. Yeah, I know the difference. That's why you should ditch Spirit and come spend the rest of the night with me instead. You've got a secret lair? Damn it. Who said anything about a secret lair? I said I've got sap in my secret head. There's a flap on my secret chair. Don't change the subject.
Don't ask me what he's talking about.
You're trying to make a mess of the first nice day I've had in I don't know how long, because it's not even clear what year it is, but in a while. I'm not about to be ditched for the likes of you. It's not me messing things up. Like, Like I keep trying to tell you, it's the dang island. I've come to accept a difficult truth. What's happening here? Well, I'm convinced that it's our fate. It's not anyone's decision. It's simply the way it will be. There's no use fighting it. What would you even know about fighting? All you know is hiding in your spooky little secret lair and crying like a baby while you ring your little bell. So don't tell me what I can and can't fight back against. I was born a fighter. A dragon lives inside me. I can't not fight even when all I might want to do is hide. Don't you see the giant hat? It's a metaphor. If I do have a fate, my fate is to win every fight that comes my way. Got it? Folks. Oh, you hide? I've seen you hide. You do your little phase walking routine. What do you call that? It's basically cloaking, and we all know that cloaking is a type of hiding. Folks. You cloak. I don't cloak. I'm not a cloaker. I phase walk out in the open. You just can't see me. You have no idea what they're talking about, but this sure sounds like some video game community formed thread minutia. If there was ever such a thing. Not that you know about that, either. It sure does seem like Dwight and Claudette are going to stop this. So it's on you. Ahem. I think I was brought here to make this choice, so I'm gonna do that now. And I choose... When it comes down to it, neither of these two seem easy to love. I mean, damn it, Spirit literally has broken glass shot sticking out of her, but she has a certain charm to her glue. Spirit and I are actually having a nice time. Besides, if it's my fate to end up on this island, well, to hell with fate, really. I don't really take this the wrong way, Wraith, but the amount of awkwardness you pack into a single day. No wonder you're so skinny. All that second guessing yourself must burn a lot of calories. No offense taking. Yeah, okay, it's true. I can be a little awkward, I guess, sometimes. Right, so I'm gonna stick with Spirit. Spirit breathes a sigh of relief. I've gotten enough revenging to do without having to kill you and Ray. 2. Spirit walks you around the corner to show you something that she discovered in the place and knew was meant to be connected with her journey. A cherry tree. It's just a small sapling, but it has begun to sprout flowers. It doesn't make sense to see a cherry tree here in this place. It also doesn't make sense to see a ghost in a black bathing suit, so you just accept it. As Spirit steps up to the tree, a cold breeze pulls some petals off, and they come cascading through the air around the both of you. Do you know the meaning of a cherry blossom? They're beautiful, but also quite symbolic, of course. Of course, like all good symbols, their meaning is pretty complicated. What do they mean to you? For many people, being among cherry blossoms is like being a celebration of life. People travel great distances just to be near their vibrant beauty. However, as beautiful as they might be, they aren't magical. They're simply flowers. They quickly die and fade away, and for this reason they're also a symbol of the fleeting nature of life, of our fragile mortality. In a way, it's the specter of looming death that calls attention to this special moment, to see and appreciate life. How does this duality make you feel, Cole? Empowered. The knowledge that life and death are a cycle has always given me peace. Accepting the fleeting nature of life, like the beauty of a flower in bloom, allows me to appreciate the moment without being too hung up on what comes next.
As you explain, Spirit's face begins to look sad to you. You're not sure why. It's not the happiest topic, life and death, but why should that matter? And then it dawns on you. Spirit has been trapped in this ghastly state of death, with no hope to cycle back, no rebirth. Her moment of blossoming life long gone. That scary time of death and decay that comes after the good part. That's Spirit's eternity.
I feel like an idiot. I wasn't talking about you. I wasn't even thinking about you. You just answered from the heart. I can't let that bother me. My priorities are not the same. I have my mission. Once, the fallen cherry blossom represented the souls of samurai warriors. Those with noble characters, who did not fear death. Those who were killed in the greatest sacrifice to honor their emperor. Their lives were short, but their purpose gave them beauty. Those warriors saw death coming, but they never despaired. They stood and faced it, they held their swords and struck down their fear. But despite the samurai spirit that lives on in me, in my noble bloodline, my life has ended, but my death continued to stretch on. The cycle is frozen. This cherry tree, it's not real. Though its petals fall, they soon replenish, as if it were installed here by someone.
You watch as Spirit chooses her words very carefully.
By someone with no respect for the balance of life and death. We're sorry to interrupt. You know we don't believe you, right?
Yep. But this time, we've got a really good reason.
This has nothing to do with us being manipulated by an unforeseen force, because that's definitely not happening. Nobody accused you of that, but okay. We're just here to tell you that it's time for dinner, silly. Get well, it's hot. I guess it's time to go, or whatever. Thanks for spending some time with me today. I enjoyed it. Me too.
What a fun day you've been having. I can see it written all over your face. You're shining. And that's not just the remaining anxious sweat from spending an afternoon courting a psycho killer. No, you're really feeling this whole romantic experience. Don't worry, I'll keep your dirty little secrets. But enough gentle rhyming. It's time to get back to business. All the, appetizing singles have arrived for dinner, including Trickster. Wraith is here too. We're not going to do the gap where we cram all the on-screen at the same time again. So just believe me, they're all here. And they're just as sexy as demented, and demented as you remember them. With your love on the line, everyone is being careful not to offend you by saying the wrong thing. Congrats, by the way, on getting this far. I'm as surprised that you are that these four are falling for you. No, not because of your personality, but because you just met them yesterday. However, since Trapper seems like the biggest long shot to end up holding onto your heart, he throws Cross into the wind and speaks up. It's a pretty small consolation prize for being the least loved killer on Murderer's Island. But hey, letting them have this one moment in the spotlight is the least we can do. And heaven knows they won't do any better than that.
If I'm dining solo, I'm eating what I want. And you're all eating it too.
Lamb shank, rare, salt, pepper, no sauces allowed. And served with one single piece of broccoli. So Wraith won't complain.
I like broccoli.
Gives me horrible gas.
Oh, I don't like that.
Buddy, wait till you smell the rare lamb does to my bowels. It's awesome.
Dinner will be served shortly, but certain power brokers would like to know about your day. Would you like to share your day with the rest of the group?
You've had an interesting day, that's for sure. But how will you describe it to the others? Say too much or too little could affect your standing with the group. Okay, but don't just sit there saying nothing. Nothing is not an option.
It wasn't really a date. More like two people avoiding everyone else and choosing to be alone. But doing it in relatively close proximity to each other. That's exactly right. Could not have said anything of value better myself.
Spirit is clearly happy with the way you portrayed your date. No surprise. She doesn't like people getting into her business. Dwight and Claudette bring out dinner. Everyone eats in silence. No one trusts anyone now, and they're all very tired. Oh, wait. No, sorry. That's the dreary supernatural horror thriller set in Antarctica, not the charming parody dating sim set in an undisclosed tropical paradise.
Bon appetit. Don't you mean bon? Nope. Almost everything we serve has lots of bones in it, even the vegetables. Impossible to avoid on the island.
Everyone eats without speaking. Tensions are rising, both of the sexual and deadly variety. When everyone finishes, Dwight and Claudette come back to clean up the table. They linger around you as they pick up your plate, take your napkin, and dust crumbs off the table. What would you like to say to the servants?
I'll think 'em. Your top-notch service is much appreciated. Everyone, if you would please be so kind as to follow us to the fire pit, we greatly appreciate it. We've been told something big is going to happen, something that will change everything. You can go willingly, or you can go unwillingly. You have no choice. Tough cookies.
Did you have a choice when how you said that, dweeb?
Yes, and I immediately regret how I did it. Good. Something needs to change around here. Fire is rebirth. Fire illuminates the soul. I hope the fire isn't too smoky. Smoke hurts my eyes. I have pretty sensitive eyes. I'm also horribly afraid of it. The fire, I mean, not my eyes, because of childhood trauma involving fire.
And finally, everyone starts moving towards the fire pit, if only to get away from Wraith's complaining. You take a seat on a comfortable log, feeling the fire's heat against your skin, and wait for the other killers to take their places, wondering who will want to tell a story this time. Will narrator tell a story? I bet they've got a stunningly creative mind. Hey, you think, are they allowed to simply place thoughts in my mind like this? Doesn't seem fair. Everyone makes their way in, but something unexpected happens. Nothing. Nothing happens. Sometimes, something always almost seems to be happening here, so nothing is probably a great sign. Oh, cool. And now everyone is looking at you. So, do something.
Should I pick someone to tell a story? Or we could play charades? Boggle? Oh, well, we were actually thinking, why don't you tell us a story?
Wraith points his spine and skull, staff, thingamajig at you. You duck out of its way. Who knows what that thing can do? Probably shoot lasers. Try not to bore us.
We're just very interested in you. Don't speak for me, Huntress.
Now you can't tell if you're warm from the fire or if your nerves are heating up.
I know that fire is right here, but maybe if we stop talking about it all the time, we can start to pretend it's not here and doesn't, threaten to burn us all alive.
He's not supposed to hear me. Get out of here, Wraith. Cola was about to make an important decision about telling us a story or not.
Alright, I'll tell a story. Sure, I'm game to tell a story.
I hope it's a mystery.
Okay. So what type of story do you want to tell?
Adventure.
All right. You like your
Alright, you like your Dwayne The Rock Johnson movies? How about some adventure?
Now we're talking.
It's not my favorite, but I'll respect your choice and nod politely. You don't have to say that, Wraith. Just nod politely. Okay, ready? Here goes. I really like to go fishing. Solid hobby. Great foundation for the story, for sure. You pause. Everyone is waiting for bated breath. No pun intended.
Oh wait, that's it? Not much of a story. Barely even a thought. My pun was better than that story. You sure that's all you have to say?
No, you were kidding. I love a good romance. A soft, gentle kind that you can bring your kids to without worrying you're going to screw them up. Boo.
In this case, you were confused. That was not like I'm a ghost boo, just a you suck boo.
There was once a newly elected prime minister in England. He was single, which was quite strange for a leader of his stature. Over the first few months of his tenure, he started to fall for one of his assistants, a girl from the wrong side of the tracks. She was so different from the other girls, brash and adorable with a hint of vulnerability. After the President of the United States made a move on her during one of his visits, he had her sent away.
I'm sorry. Did you steal this from a popular Christmas movie?
You watch Christmas movies?
Obviously. They're the only thing on TV in December. I have all the streaming subscriptions, but I still love flipping channels.
I want to know what happens to the Prime Minister. Do they end up together and start a family? If this doesn't end in revenge, I'm leaving.
When do people get tortured in a warehouse?
It's not that kind of movie. Oh.
That didn't go well. Never plagiarize a masterpiece. Okay, that was not a very good story. I don't mean to insult you, but it was actually quite bad. Sorry, but this narrator keeps it real. We can just end it there. So who else would you like to hear a story from tonight? You look from killer to killer, trying to decide who might be the most entertaining.
I suppose I could tell a story. I don't really want to, but anything I say is sure to be better than whatever you get out of anyone else in this group. Like all good stories, I stole this one from someone in the past who is dead now and can't do anything about it. It's called The Bride, or technically I suppose The Fiancé. One winter, a young couple decided that next spring they would be married. The two were madly in love and could not wait for the snow to melt so they could join in matrimony and unite their souls for eternity. Per the latest bridal trends, they decided to have their wedding ceremony at the edge of the woods by a beautiful, shabby chic farmhouse. Together, they spent months planning the detail of the wedding. The two created invitations, figured out seating arrangements, and tasted 100 cakes before setting on the perfect one. They chose the lokio, the lokoi, by the way, so fancy. When it came to figure out the decorations, however, the bride, or the fiancée, I guess, since she wasn't actually married yet, wanted to take the lead and set the style. After all, her boyfriend had been wearing cargo shorts and open-toed sandals for pretty much their entire relationship, so he was definitely not to be trusted. Having decided on such lovely natural setting for the ceremony, the fiancée decided that she would create a unique floral arrangement from the local wildflowers that surrounded the farmhouse. As soon as the sun rose on the first day of spring, she set off into the woods. Each day, she spent hours mapping out where the best blooms could be found, and prepared to pick them herself the morning of the wedding, so that they be at the height of their freshness and beauty. Enamored with the incredible variety of flowers in the woods she surveys, the fiancé, since they had not yet been married, became obsessed with knowing just how many there were, so that she could choose the absolute best. When the fateful morning of her big day finally came, the fiancé told her husband-to-be that she had one final errand before the wedding. Excited for the ceremony to come, she dressed in her beautiful white gown and set off into the woods to gather the flowers. Treading carefully, she followed her route, selecting only the best stems and collecting them in a basket. However, when she came upon a once familiar clearing, something was not as she expected. Somehow, it was more beautiful now than it had ever been before, and just on the edge of her view was a new bush filled with blossoms so vibrant and colorful she became dizzy just looking at them. But the fiancé ignored her sudden spell and pressed ahead, scooping up flower after flower, and every time she did, she noticed just further ahead and possibly the more beautiful blossoms. Carried by the sweet fragrance of spring air, the bride, the fiancée, crept farther and farther into the woods until she turned a corner, stepped over a mossy fallen tree trunk, and realized she had been here before. But this wasn't the clearing she remembered, or at least not how she remembered it. The flowers were suddenly overripe, decaying, falling from their stems, and festering moldy piles on the floor. Where bees had been, now only flies buzzed. Where the scene of flowers had once intoxicated her, the odor of mildew now made her sick. She turned and looked back. The path was dark. Into a shadowy glen she walked, and walked, and walked. That day, as guests gathered at the farmhouse, the fiancée was nowhere to be seen. Her friends, family, and love began to look for her, but to no avail. They searched the pasture, the tree line, and into the forest, but there were no beautiful wildflowers or young lovers to be seen. Just old dead trees, trampled vines, and moss-covered rocks. The fiancé stayed a fiancé for eternity, always wondering, looking for fresher blooms to clip, but never finding them. Distracted by a never-ending search for perfection, unable to see that you are loved for who you are, out there, all alone. I thought it was beautiful and sad.
Just like someone we know.
How was story time? A lot of people like to take pot shots at sequels, but I think every good story deserves a follow-up. When you think it's the end, the sequel is almost always never as rewarding as the original. That's why I'm much more of a fan of episodic style storytelling. Knowing it's a series takes a lot of pressure off an individual installment, and builds a greater sense of community between audience and creator. Tell me, Cola, if you could delete any sequel from existence, what would it be? Don't answer that. We don't actually care. We're just here to make sure that we seamlessly move on to the next segment of the evening. God forbid my small talk get in the way of a romantic twilight moment. Dwight, I'm going to need you to set your yap trap. You know that we need to get back to that thing we do whenever we're not on screen. Okay. You have fun tonight. Try not to, wink wink, end up dead. Why did you say the words wink wink out loud? What kind of double entendre are you getting at here with the end up dead thing? Dwight is physically incapable of winking. Not since the accident. And you do know that all these people are despicable criminals with double-digit kill counts, right? Well, except for Spirit. She doesn't really belong here. She's strictly a victim, not a perpetrator. No. No wonder she's pissed. Did I hear somebody trash-talking Spirit? Deal me in. What do you say we take to the hot tub so I can soak this bod while I roast that ghost with some killer hot takes? Please, enough talk of burns. Things that are lit or getting blazed. It's enough that all these activities seem to be set next to a literal fire. Must I be surrounded by figurative flames as well? What if we turned and ran as far away from this place as we could? Just you and me. Oh, those spindly legs. You'd probably tire before you got too far. If it's running away to someplace more secluded Cola is after, they should obviously join me. Have you seen these legs? Pure power. Not that my walk speed really reflects my giant stature, but that's because I chose to move slowly for stealthy reasons. It's my own choice, and it's completely logical. Why is everyone so obsessed with comparing themselves to each other and creating drama? I'm so over all that. Don't you get it? Society wants to trick you into fighting with each other so that corporations can swoop in and sell your fake solutions to all your fabricated problems. I'll be sitting in the shade and drinking something locally sourced while thumbing through a public domain novella printed on recycled paper because I refuse to play by their game anymore. It's like she's actively trying to be as unappealing as possible. Does it really turn anyone else on? Or just me? Despite Trapper's insatiable appetite, it seems his attention, along with the attention of anyone else, is still on you for the moment. If you could, I don't know, just pick one of us, maybe. We could all move on with our lives. Maybe you know some special projects that we might have going on. You heard him. Who will it be? Who will you head off to with for an evening of activity? I'm just saying, you may not get a ton of chances to date around like this before your time on Murderer's Island comes to a close. And no, I'm not satisfied with that name either. But with this streaming reality TV dating show boom happening, it's pretty much all that was taken. Which kid will you pick? And yes, we're back to excluding Trickster because, that guy. Spirit? Oh, you picked me. Yay. Sorry, that was rude of me. I despise phoniness, so I should be honest with you. You make for interesting company, and I love the idea of winning over these other killers at all costs, even when I hate the game of the prize, but I had a long day. Floating, subverting expectations, grinding my teeth as I imagine sweet, sweet revenge. It takes a lot out of me. So don't stop bringing your A game, alright? It might seem like I hate everybody, and getting to really know who I am is an impossible task, not worth trying, but too bad. You won't know unless you search deep inside of yourself and bring everything you've got. Or just say exactly the right thing at the right time to melt my cold heart in an instant. I don't know the rules here any better than you do. See you at the bar, I guess. Cold. You arrive at the bar to find Dwight and Claudette both holding cocktail shakers, surrounded by a bevy of bottles for assorted boozes. Who's ready to get wasted? Well, I don't drink, so not me. You really don't drink ever? Is that like because it'll just fall out a hole in your stomach thing? Or I'm gonna die here. I don't drink alcohol because alcohol is poison to the body and mind, and I don't need to act like a fool to have a good time thing. Then why did you choose mixology lessons as your romantic nighttime activity? Everyone knows this kind of date is just an excuse to get loaded on booze and make terrible decisions. It's true, not a single person has ever learned anything at one of these classes. Dwight, now that's not true. You learned how to tie a cherry knot in the stem using only your tongue. Whoa. Who ordered the soda with a splash of my private business, because that's off the menu? Well, I know what I'm drinking to forget tonight. Mixology is a real thing, and it doesn't require alcohol to be interesting. I'll have you know that I worked at a restaurant before I was violently executed by your father, of whom you will have your bloody vengeance. Right? Well, so be it. How about you, Cola? Do you drink? Look. I can't. I'm gonna get killed for this. But I can't lie. Well, with all due respect to Spirit, I don't personally have anything against a little bit of alcohol, and this is a resort, I think, and I'm on vacation, so I guess bring on the booze. I was afraid you'd say that. You see, if you and Spirit have different dietary restrictions, that means we gotta make 2 different drinks with 2 different sets of ingredients. And it's like double the work for the same amount of pay, which is already 0 for a job we both hate. What do you say? Would one of you maybe bend your will just a teensy little bit to make life easier on us? Oh. Okay, your position is firm. I feel you. Cola, be a pal. What do you think? We gotta get this show on the road. What if I did the alcohol-free mixology lesson, but you just slid me a bottle of something a little hard to pour on the side? I can take care of myself. Amazing idea. See that, Dwight? That's what a clever compromise looks like. Not sure what that's about, but Dwight seems a little nipped by it. After a deep sigh and an eye roll, he reaches for an expensive-looking bottle on the top shelf and sends it gliding down the bar to you. Enjoy. When you pop the top of the bottle, the odor just about knocks you over. You're pretty sure you see a tiny little ghost fly out. Only the finest. A bottle of our signature island Fernet. I developed the recipe myself. Fernet. Well, that solves it. This is hell after all. You take a sip. Notes of melon rind, chicken liver, and mint dental floss. Gosh, you two are really selling me on this whole drinking thing. Sounds like a real joy. Don't worry, there's a lot more where that came from. So, lovebirds, what drink shall we make? Fucking, oh god. It's gotta be a Bloody Mary. A Bloody Mary sounds like it might be the official drink of Murderer's Island here. How about that? You turn around and see Claudette holding a mirror up to your face. Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary. Candles flare and a warm wind begins to swirl around you. The sky goes black. A dark shadow appears behind you. Before you know what's happening, you're in a trance and you've joined in the chant. Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. You feel a hand on your shoulder. The darkness begins to warp around you. Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. A loud crash interrupts the chant. When you blink your eyes, you see that spirit has unsheathed her spectral katana and sliced the mirror in two. Shards stick out of the sand at your feet. Excuse me, what kind of asshole goes in someone's a new ghost when you've got a perfectly good one with them on a date already? I'm sorry, I don't know what came over me. Typical. They all say that, don't they? Amen, sister. I'll just have a Sprite. You see the dog... For fuck's sake. You see the dark form of Bloody Mary fly herself into the sky, joining an approaching storm cloud that makes its way in from over this ocean. Before you can pivot to a different dark suggestion, lightning strikes a palm tree on the beach and immediately starts a fire. The activity ends abruptly, and Claudette and Dwight usher the two of you away from the bar. The gang's all together again at the volleyball court. Seems like only yesterday you were sitting on the sidelines watching everyone get sweaty. That's because it was... Boy, feels like it's been a lot longer than that, actually. It's so late, the sun... Oh, sorry, I've forgotten my voice entirely. It's so late, the sun is already beginning to rise. Better get this over with quickly so that, you can get some beauty rest. I do not recommend the eternal damnation of perpetual nerddom. Good thing you've really used your time well since then. Really getting to know the gang, the brain, the mogul, the basket case, the psychotic bunny girl. You know, the 4 types of people. Anyway, everyone is gathered on the volleyball for a new type of game. Pitch your dream date and see who caller chooses. Who's ready for a round robin? How round are we talking? No, not to eat, Huntress. Oh god. Can this be over? Can I just stop? It's been almost 4 hours. Each killer gets 2 minutes to tell you about their dream date they have planned for you tomorrow. In no particular order, which is a weird thing to mention, right? Almost like order does matter. Trapper, why don't you go first? You think you deserve it. Even if it's a case, in this case, it's a subtle dig. Stop talking. Trapper, without further ado, would you please make us uncomfortable by pushing the boundaries of what's acceptable, not only in polite society, but with a narrative in this in-world event? Oh, I definitely missed that take a drink from Julie. Sorry, Julie. Cheers. I'll be right back. Trapper, without further ado, would you like to make us all make us all uncomfortable by pushing the boundaries of what is acceptable not only in polite society, but within the narrative of this in-world event and also the larger meta-narrative of a Dead by Daylight dating experience? Sometimes you just gotta say it. Why, yes, thank you, I'd love to. So, Cola, you're thinking about picking me. Well, this is your final warning. Pick me and be punished and rewarded. Tomorrow will suck, probably. I'm not an easy guy to get along with. I know that. But I can tell you this much. I'm hiding a secret on this island that will make fans shit themselves with excitement. If you like Trapper, you're gonna love it. And if not, you're a maggot. Also, everyone, even confident, sexy ladies in rabbit masks, better stay the hell away from my yacht. Sorry, anyway. Wraith? Well, I don't know. I'd really just prefer to tell Cola privately. I don't really know how this is going to work with these game mechanics. What if you just whispered it to Cola?
Wraith considers this for a moment. Too long.
That's fine.
Without moving, Wraith lowers his voice to a barely audible whisper.
Tomorrow we will have to find my bell. And then I can finally tell you what I've been working on.
It's going to be really special. The kind of thing we will really bond. And maybe finally get off this island. And maybe then we could go on a real date.
You done? Is that it? Wraith nods, proud.
Great. Huntress, why don't you take it from here?
Tomorrow morning I'm planning on a nice atmospheric breakfast on the yacht. Don't worry, Trapper won't even know. It's gone.
What was that?
Nothing. Go away. Then boy oh boy, I've got such an adventure planned. It involves hunting for treasure.
What kind of treasure are we looking for?
Guess you'll have to pick me to find out. Let me tell you, it's primo stuff. Now, if you don't mind, I've got to stop preparing because it's clear that you're already going to pick me. Confident, mysterious. I like it.
Hit a spirit.
Figuratively.
Damn it, Dwight. You gotta watch your words with these people. Tomorrow, you'll spit in the face of God, die, and be reborn anew. That's it. If you're not intrigued by that, I don't want you. Go draw crayon art with Trapper or dig up whatever mysteries great with Wraith. I don't know what those guys do all day.
Do you want to at least specify which god you'll be spitting in the face of?
All of them. Okay then. So hydrate tonight. Hydrate tonight if you intend to hang with Spirit. And time's up, everyone. Gosh, you'll need to dream about these options so you're ready to choose in the morning. Now go dream about all those swoon-worthy options that you're ready to make a choice come dawn. Have a swell night.
Did you two forget to mention something?
Oh gosh, how could we forget? Before you run off to slumber peacefully, there's one more thing to do. No reality survival dating competition parody would be complete without singling out one of our contestants who is already teetering on the edge of psychological break and giving them a little push. Hold up, this has been a survival dating competition parody this entire time, and I'm now just finding out about it?
Come on, the signs were there. You just didn't read them.
Welcome to Murderer's Island. Now it's time to eliminate one of the killers.
Oof. It's like butchering, but it hurts even worse.
You can't kill a killer, but you can break their heart. Do you dare even try? You mean, that's right. Tomorrow, one of these sexy slicers will not be eligible to take you on a date. Who's it gonna be? But why? Because it's dramatic. Because it's surprising. Because it's classical reversal of fate. And it will hurt someone's feelings. Someone dangerous. What's it gonna be, champ? What's your thought process here? Trapper seems like he might throttle you in your sleep if you eliminate him. That being said, at least you'll see him coming. Spirit could be anywhere. She floats. And I hear that she can disappear. Hard to track. Heck, if you get rid of Wraith, he might cry. And although I totally support normalizing men crying and being vulnerable, it just seems like he might be an ugly crier. Huntress, she might pretend to be okay with it, but you'll start seeing her behind every tree. What I'm trying to say is, I don't envy you, boss. Which sociopath are you eliminating? God, this is a longer game than I thought it was going to be. I don't think I should have sped run through it as fast as I did. This was very simple. Chopper, you scared the living shit out of me. You're eliminated. That's fair. Honestly, though, I don't care. You suck. But not in a good way. You bore me. You personality-free magnet. It wouldn't even be fun to kill you. Which is why I was going to totally do it tomorrow the first chance I got. So really, this is a win-win for both of us. Still might kill you, though, out of principle for eliminating me. Sleep with both eyes open and have fun on your date tomorrow. Now that you've broken the heart of someone heartless, you should really go get some shut-eye. And don't worry too much about the broken heart you left behind. Because, of course, they'll be receiving a consolation prize. They might not get to go home with Cola when this is all over, but they'll never sleep alone again. That's right. We're sending our Eliminator player home with a Trickster body pillow. Their own mostly new Trickster body pillow. The next best thing to the real Trickster. It might not hug you back, but it definitely will try and stab you. How do we know? Because I've tried it. That's right. It's Dwight tested. Claudette approved. Hope you sleep well tonight, Cola. You're my hero for what you accomplished. How can you sleep tonight? Knowing what you've done. Not because of the guilt. I mean, knowing that there's a legit homicidal maniac who hates you so close by. How can you sleep tonight? Knowing what you'll do tomorrow. I don't know how you'll do it, but you better go before Dwight and Claudette come back and put you to sleep themselves. You know those two. Schedule. Whoa, what a crazy way to end the day. An elimination. I didn't even know it was that kind of game. Let's check in with everybody, especially with our loser. Everyone deserves a send-off. We'll see how things go tomorrow, I suppose. I'm not expecting anything. I tend to shut my mind off at hard times. I know I seem all excited and devil may cry, but truth is, I'm a real pessimist at heart. That tends to happen when your mother was skewed by an elk when you were young. Yeah, how'd you know? Wow, guess. It's also the only thing you talk about. If you'll excuse me, I think I saw a raccoon over there in that tree and I'm feeling peckish. I don't really know what's happening here. I honestly haven't been paying attention. Oh, Cola? Sorry, I forgot. I'm focusing on other things. More potent things. One way or another, I won't be here for much longer. I don't handle rejection well. At least I don't think I do. No one's ever been dumb enough to reject me before. Yeah, the more I think about it, the angrier I'm getting. I'm also a giant rage monster, so everyone in this room should be scared right now. Turn the camera off. Did I think there was a chance I might be getting eliminated? Yeah, I did. Did I care if I got eliminated? Not even a little. Does the volume of words I spend talking about how much I don't care about things signify a deeper yearning than me to be seen, heard, and validated by those around me? Nah.
What? No, you're not part of this. You don't get a confessional.
It's cool, man. I'm not part of anything, you feel me? I'm not a cog in anyone's machine. It's my own machine. This whole thing is pretty cute, though. Charmingly low-budget, old-school marketing vibes, not gonna lie. Kinda wish I wasn't so busy right now. I'd definitely be down with a reality show-style dating competition with Survivor elements. But I got my new album, upcoming tour, finalizing the new sneaker line, producing a new limited series on my life, starting a new social media NFT crypto app, and doing these private gigs over on IP Island. My dudes, you gotta come check it out. IP Island, it's dope. It's where the real killers are hanging out. Fully licensed, no legal drama. Lawyers, take a hike. I'm gonna tell everyone that Trickster said that about.
I'm gonna tell everyone that Trickster said that about them. Don't worry.
I'm talking about your favorite established characters from all of pop culture that can't be seen on this island. Hell, you probably can't even mention them. Like Ghost.
Don't you say it. Look, we get it. You're very popular and in demand, but we have a game to get back to, and I don't want to get sued.
Ghostface.
Come on!
Whatever, I don't even care. I'm the Trickster. See you around, Cola. You too, narrator.
I have a name, you know.
You do?
Yes! Seriously. They do not pay me enough to deal with you people.
Is it my turn?
What? No! No, it's not your turn. You're sentient water. How are you even sitting in that chair?
What's a chair?
The thing you're getting all wet. Now it's gonna smell like mildew.
Okay, rude.
Fine. Let's just have to get this over with. It's your turn, Ocean. Do your chicken.
Chicken? I was just looking for the bathroom.
Bathroom? Are you serious? It's down the hall to the left.
It's okay. Never mind.
Never mind. What does that mean? No, not you two. This wasn't meant to be a confessional time for literally everybody to get every character in the game.
It's okay. We don't have to confess anything. We've just been working our asses off for 2 days straight and wanted to sit down somewhere.
This chair is wet. Yeah, I think the ocean just peed on it.
How is that pot? You know what? I don't care.
You two are looking pretty pleased with yourselves.
I've got something to confess.
Oh, great. What's it gonna be? You ate glue in the second grade. You cheated on an algebra test once.
Watching Trapper get eliminated was the first time in this unending spiral staircase of pain that in my life has felt even a modicum of joy. Every minute that I'm alive is a nightmare. This place, the sun, the sweaty, sugary drinks. It sounds fun for a long weekend, but for an eternity. The unrelenting rhythm of crashing waves and wailing seagulls. It's like a crescending song of evil that makes me question the very foundation of the universe. Why am I here? Why are any of us here? What kind of sentient being would do this? Please erase me from this existence. Make it so I was never born. Pull the plug on this experiment. Let my soul be free. And please, please get me out of this polo shirt. Okay, let's get you to bed, buddy. I don't want to go to bed. Going to bed means eventually I'll have to wake up.
Yikes. Huh. That was a weird way to end. Oh well, what are you gonna do? You let the camera roll long enough, somebody's bound to say something crazy. Anyways, seems like everyone had their shot to annoy me tonight. So hit the hay and get some rest. Tomorrow's gonna be a doozy.
All right. Kids, children, viewers, friends. I'm going to stop it here. For this, I can feel my voice coming apart. And my throat is very, very sore. Considering I've been doing that for 3.5 hours now. So, with that, thank you. We will continue it at a later date. Once again, if you're new here and you enjoyed the stream, please consider following. If you really enjoyed the stream, I'm not going to practice the French accent. If you really enjoyed the stream, drop a sub. Helps me out. Helps me to keep making stuff like this. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time.